important what to say.
Sometimes but sometimes Kokobene events appear do one sometimes they wanted to cote a little improved. But generally,
but what is the Ministry of Energy or Electricity Company telling us? Yeah, I don't know. So far, one letter B explaining to us, say, this and that is the situation. Because it's become rampant, and for the past 2 weeks, me monitor it for the past 2 weeks. Every day, me bu se fie no. Na ye do me en kanea na se me free fie ahomache be no 9. Me do fie be no 9 a. Na ye do kanea no be 5 or 6 times. Bien ni se o kan yo. Na and nobody is saying anything. Ebia construction e koso o bota bi mu na de biba. Yes, let me bear with us. Nobody this is the disrespect that comes with it. Ayana eshebufu no. Because you are an institution serving people. Me Ministry of Energy, me timi kobono subo. And you na Jimmy Sikao. My social contract is with who? Electric Company of Ghana. Fine, you make me a can't go forward and say Minister of Energy because oya bounty pressure ne ba de be kono so say I say opposition be ka say dum so kra ba ne ade. Enye ho na me hwe. ECG ye wa Asante East, Asante West is your much say biensa say 9. What are they saying? It's become rampant across Kumasi. See be phone is this year. I know a lot of people will call and say hanomo ye kan ye gina 5 times 6 times. Obo krum. They can't do doom so Obama and near say. Why? Ghana cry, they
make no credit. Almost a cry some part of my cry. Supposedly
Omanya stable.
No, Omanya power table business.
Maintenance program. Omo transformers.
Asante Omo change transformers no. Yama Omaya way. Anopa upia unim say bia from 6 to 6. Yebedu mukania. Ubedu ndumuniema. Let's live our lives like human beings are. Ebuoni ni die wo. Bosome so say electricity no me tournament ya oba betwem. Oba kasema illegal connection.
Statement bi aba.
Yawe mato ayi. You can say prepaid.
Prepaid, yeah.
So see Asante, Usembo to crown, since I know the two can be.
Now,
so see why 100 meter in your fence say. Yeah, Asante, minim baby. Asante, me say every 2 weeks, man to crime some top 500 cities. So.
And I say some say 40% and I take 10%.
Every 40 days again, I'm for the Yamia.
Yeah,
8%.
Yeah,
say 4% to be. Sagota,
it is so.
Ain't so no
calibration calculation. No go away.
Moena ain't so no so. Kesi bia na oti ade so 8%.
And your significant is
4%.
Yeah, 8.
The significant ade no nipa ne be impact. Kakra bi.
Yeah, say Ghana hanomo obia di sika wonya se wo ye manaketia or the electricity.
Oh yes. Akuta electricity expensive bibia wo Ghana has say baby but okoka no more excuses. ECG for sign yes see free bibi etwoya. No masa catch say ebia wire na ye no fie honom no ache nti yiwaya sini nyina ne kofa foforo cable metal wire den nefa be wire efie
no kranye
ebi kra du ba bia no maka say copper electrician no me change o wire no na etwe o credit ne bebrebe akuta say no ene won so mu defend o mo adi
ya ye won neman kakra ye won neman kakra if you look at the quantum of electricity senior is running on now they better to earth wire no plasma mo kana wo mu jai electricity data Ghana electricity data lorry fare everybody check bibia Ghana sa niam miensa we so abeye a necessity with us in Ghana today.
Yes.
And you see no say you cut 2000 bosomia bosomi no we are magicians so.
Oh yeah.
Bosomi the best no Lord fan kwa betima fa almost 1000 electricity be fa be 400 to 300 how do we even live in Ghana?
Se ni pano kra sa su yusu Ghana water nsuo kra so a ne water bill no kra de ya na je be
so they be 1500 bi no na 200 bi na now them dey who so se ni pano so ko two borehole or the electricity the pump
mo ne sa be
no kra dey who
ne eyi na o che so tua double
on pump tank ba ku wie no na what tia be
baby ayaba be go asomo.
You see, so when you add all this thing, you ask yourself, is the standard of living improving? The cost of living is getting high by the day.
Light, Laura Fanny data, gradually about part of your utilities. Every day.
No.
Laura Fair, they are Nippon Befaka or Kojuma, Ufria Juma, Bao Befaka.
Too much.
Na driver for no so no mo ye de omo pebia na ye ready na say ye ma flimsy excuses oko transport minister ho no ekeka ne de ase de nani wo ho a se ne o kan no Kotoka International Airport ya change din wa change din na wie just wa wie na djuma what wo ye ntene nkai hey akuta da se transport ministry etwo no ma ye de hwe na no VIP for aba be ka kire se o matoto lorry face mu wa bra bibia CEO ade o mo so o mo bus ne che okwan mu na o mo bus ne che okwan mu a the ordinary Ghanaian na o ma ne che obi akoto blog okwan ni mo no mo na transport ministry o che o mo say na hwe say o mo ye private people it is me sorry na me tonkoko na kunta
na me koko no me
tumu a o ba be ka sama kire me say me so me ye private person na me ye madwuma it's about time ye ministers no
ni peno say ya o me kan
wa change Kotoka International Airport
I'm said your buy we as so about the chief for transport ministry we
yet one ye show mo
see at the
end where man
the minister for transport on any time they change we achieve
yet one ye na tro driver for bowawa na o jilorifa ope from ebia kejetia to ajusu ose to even to tech no brand nipa ne be brand sana na yet wo hwesa ye nyobi okokon se ye free market economy ye ho ahwan tro ne taxi ne private people dia and akota say private people dia
and na mo ye dey say ale na we dey say the market woman no aban na fa na adwuma
o na kokra ne na ne
bre no aban wona otua de ka
aban wona ma haje sika ma ne de no
awache no enti no obi anyai de oton doko no so born 10 cedis no nobody should complain because he's a private person
wo kofa ne sika no de ye adwuma ye give you flimsy excuse we ya ne tete wo ye hesa
we are behaving like we are gradually putting the nation on an autopilot
yeah hesa obi anko obi a hwe
we are gradually putting Asante ye woni am kitikiti bi a ho ehia Ghana for power by politician wo
ye to ne hwesa
ke ye tua meka the yaban bi ye teacher ni wo de be ye nurse ni nti ye fam say ye tua meka 3000 Ghana a month me free ebia ahojo me kwa adwuma wo dominance SD hospital ana me kwa adwuma ewo ebia be kwai hospital ho ne de mato eti me firi ahojo da bia na eko me fa ka kosi trede ma fa bia si ha me kokra dia driver betimi de akosi ebia 2 me pona me ba kakra be 100 meters near sime eti every day nurse ni no wan we obetimi spend be 70 cedis or 60 cedis lorry fare in and out Monday to Saturday. Oh yeah, Juma. It was a whole week only off. It is all cost 7 days. Multiply the 6 by 7. 4,420 or the sick a free so. But some may say, already the old Juma. The electricity, the water, the danka. And you know, yeah, Juma Sanya Mano. It was when you're young man. I feel one year Juma. Oh, what Ghana formula say. So what mean you at age 30? 5 years kura na awade hu kura no hu so awade
David edan
na ko hand kura no so ji loan na 2 years no ya we 2 years na so loan onwie le compound adai
after 2 years bi okopesi kokopebusi de ko hand 2 years bi okopebusi de ko hand
your leadership now your mpanimfo na omudi over the years no the mess and I say the crisis at the average individual in the name of
yes
so they don't feel it. One transport is say my transport analysis when we say the my be number one say all vina area transport no any year because often per 11 12 and also person upon one a car says no have a question so how will they get it was so pet or to say what baby man says is what says obey be a man akoda but over no say car can send and transport I would go Cote d'Ivoire I'm going to say you the offer there be a car can say
but could be alpha bay 50
or 5 years or come here sapakwana
why clear any panel or
many panako and I feel so or better when you says but can't get on about so sir until me catch you as a minister no transport minister so I'm off on mama assess it until I mean can't think the college means a car a crack of any pan 8 5 of one or for so the congestion back so independent crown so cry I say but was one I'm crying up and down walk over I always see what your own necessary whatever but take is away and to send a minister of transport no he's part of the problem and he will say he will think outside the box to solve the problem because most of the car can say yaba o my na is so no can say na mo fa yi aka and I'm paying mama mama paying Rollins we yi ba that dey ma motor
onuano na nya accident ekukum nipa
very good
sunsun nipa
sunsun nipa sa na mo kan yo and e dey cars ben bus no be ebe boa o mu o se what on chene sa ka na boa because na so but along the line amade offer ni be wura mu a na sa ta na boa but mo se offer na solve problem na bi o se ka no e ka kese ka se dem kuma se nya ka kese be just about 300 I solve trouble problem na man yo but offer no e bebrebe and na e cause problem say traffic up and down we it is a penny for no how are we thinking about the problem population no Kumasi is more than 4.70 million Accra more than 4.70 million but more the old system that solve current problem
we have analog politicians in a digital age and that is the bottom line
so
analog politicians Asante in a digital age
in the AI
our politicians are analog and at the omo managing so your digital they better na
oh pinti on my head mo ka bia ECG sabi minister Otebi Kwan how is he affected
minister of energy no
what you say and America no say ade bia yen
baby on teteni do
my America say
you better do
say if is part of the problem say do like you do the bia sabi say you be guys on some problem my so what you say who to data na run say the yesu ya say the amanfo su ya you sit down and ask yourself what is the problem but unfortunately you create a very beautiful platform and penny for and I'm want to know how would that somebody
problem no
feel problem no but so problem
ani dundum de me ya na NDC Ashanti regional chairman chairman anakosi ya adwene akota say what na area ho what area ECG engineer bi ana say ECG top official bi ti wono a wo de hwe sene omon kane ho nsem sitie na wuti area bi a ECG obi ani ho
ana pani bi ani
ho na hwe sene ho so light ho asem sitie
anana
kwesi say ono de be bi ani emekika kono office say eye sabotage na say energy minister no so one change engineers no mugu Ashanti region other regions no mudundum kania na de sabotage sa na NDC aban no position na akotahwe uti be bi a ECG official bitia akotahwe me say na anu me mo area kro Okrofo boys ni ko hunso omo pani ba akote wonom no kania ye dundum e bi numo area ho kania ya edundum ya amanfo complain no e bi numo area ho but previously no munim se sa pani ni te wonom no ECG engineer no te sa area ho no ne dumpa ne omo de kose yese eyi transformer bi ewo eyi e friend say be bi am school no pokuare poku ware ase onom no St. Hubert ni ase St. Hubert tokromo baby yeso omo substation bi ho na uti excuse na konto omo de ma na emenika omo say we yes ni biki kabum na say o engineer no omo say we yes ni biki kabum na me koso we nkensie ni meboa o say o adwuma no edina o say my boys re kona we yes ni biki na say etimo problem na omo this enclave omo fam muba kono makwa ye adwuma no omo say ECG engineer top engineer bi eti area ho na konto makwa ye buso omo ti area ho when was the last time omo kan ye dum ye busa omo when was the last time omo kan ye dum ye ba se dundum kan ye wukroma say akota adene deliberate many Ashanti regional NDC chairman e ya adwene say engineers no omo hodu omo responsible no omo anyere omo hwuom no mu jeja omo ma omo do omo flimsy excuse ne ba say ye change transformer ye change omo go party na anymore.
There's a lot of complaints going on, especially Ashanti region with respect to this power outages. It's becoming way too many.
Akota se kania dumo baby. You say ebu nsuo to kakra na kania na say
abonani ne ko
abonani se dumo. Baby krona ECG penny netie no. Ombe catch us ombe kwa ba baby a ordinary people ne chono say nsuo ato nsuo agu we ano so nsuo agu po no so ntie ntimi mfro nti age se chena etimi di 3 days no mo nkonko ye but baby a ECG penny tie no nsuo tokro no moko ekofro po no kokoye eti se baby a penny ne tie no nsuo na eto e no ye ni different
ya me bu so ya mo pa ye se
akuta ke se ne sa
o bu sa se penny bi tia o ECG ana so akọ ha dai o
akuta sa na maye eti me say ma
ko area ho
ECG penny bi China me tie
o je say o di how
it is me ni how
okay
and me who sa de no me shedding am see sa na mo je
you first na mo complaining
how brother yakon
na say obi betra ro penny di betra ro
what to he
oh body no me must have to say Asante in this country we have subsidized the comfort of our top officials. Way too many.
Open workers are Ghana for ya show mo pass ECG.
Ya said down. I subsidize it omo comfort. We ECG go everywhere. Asante ko ministry bi ko chief director bi. Na ko hwe senior officer bi.
Yeah.
Eniema ye de mano bosome. Eniema edan ene niema bebra ya calculate di amano a enam enu nti owa hoto
say we dwen boy no
de aban ni ye ne oman ni ye nhye nyina ne say onipa no a wo gwakwa Asante wo dwene wo ba school fees ho wo danka wo nsuo ne wo kane aka ebema enu nti no ebia wo da wo nna no ya ka che ya aboache say ya aban si je bangalo Jika yabama petrol the obanu aduane ye we nyina ma o baby a de wasie no kotwere ne bo oman no ya subsidize wo comfort o me see adumre bi glasses say ampa so ye won panifo bebria every year our glasses allowance the glass
reading allowance
no
reading glass allowance yes I know
it yes kama no say on pan kwa dey onko hey
so do you read am
the DSTV yetua the cable it's a fairly cable network yetua na
ne mami enu
miensa omunya 18 years a ye hwe wo mu
yes
onya 18 years a ye man allowance bi o de hwe wo mu
de hwe me ma no
ye ka we nyina bom afi bia no owo one ne ma ba miensa etu kwan kwa ma no ne wabu o so o for medical treatment e wa abrochire ya ye we nyina ma on ye say una ye be a CEO of ECG board monsusu kra ye wo adododie bi e de mamo mon contrast na mon nwini ma yen say yen kan ya begina so we garden a garden
na kota hwe ewiase ewe wo nso obi adidi ame adwenadwene pada akom di nipa na na odwene o subsidizing a comfort adwene bia na no so to da kunya no nsa ne nam na furu so sei sa na o seresere obadwenadwene papa be na amaye
opani mi so tweet na joba 2
no onfa bi mo ne kan ye
2 am
ye di shinsi
ye hu kra se o tu sa konfa wa sa na the condition mu
obede wa dwuradwune papa man
o dem nyina glass is sliding enti baby and from any baby
obi slide no so osuro se
kromfo na 2 a.m. pa bi okra what that no crowd so and now who said 2 crowds time more say they are said doom okania me say what electricity 2 weeks 500 cedis over corner na ka 32 cedis 32 cedis na are
light na de wo de
are juma ma isi jana
omuya no be ka
be say isi what was na dey jinsuo me ho de no ana ji ensuo mu no awo ji nya no me ho de no ano Ghana for complaining of electricity. Until one year come, or go be an oil or $1 bafo.
Ade ye bohu kapa kurimu ECG
and never saw ECG mudi so DGG mudi peja niememu no dollar ye crucial exchange rate because of niema more a tournament on it.
Yes.
And the dollar at Tiaba form say 10
inflation
at Tiaba form and the diabe biona modi compound
interest rate some ko je bosia kura interest rate ni nyina mo se abafom se dey baby
components na mamu to me the two niemem no
na me dey
dollar was crucial
now it is so asante ebo ankrofo no from say PURC fo no say dey omdo omo wi ase omo buy omo nka bi ma ordinary Ghanaian ne da ya omo ne bo PURC fo na yeso omo no omo pene so ema ECG ne Ghana Water Company Limited edo water bill ne light bill mo omo ne ECG ya gene
oni ma say ya omo ni are free na nya PUC because they are not regulating anything.
PURC for no.
Public Utility Regulatory Commission. PUC. Public Utility Commission. No be on trials are.
Normally ECG.
What are they regulating? Asante Buame. When we complain for nothing. Nothing is coming out.
National Labour Commission.
NLC. National Labour Commission.
Omutuwasa.
Omutuwasa. Uko strike ano. Omusi. Sanko.
Obviously, a cockot, a project, illegal. What brand new
you are not being fair to them.
Yeah.
The other Trahonoma. We just strike I would say it's illegal.
Hey, Ghana.
PRC will come and explain to Ghanaians the entire say a prisma ECG, ya tum. By your own trade there. We have taken your complaints and we will come in due time. Due time, no such thing.
So, oh
my Ghana, me say, I'm not so say, and nay, Asante, I'm beginning to understand you why you have issued the Professor Kwesi Prempeh. Womo constitutional, Emra, fire home, and no Makwasi Sano. Emra pa omukoye so omoye review no emu dia in the fire electricity ni one abeboaye
the conditions of this like just condition
omo dia condition of service ni one e benefo na beboa omo no e na omo koka ho asemo de yen pa be hit ye say ya yemra ma na boaye no ukohwe Constitutional Review Commissioner a constitution o mampani be di 4 years we di years enu na hia omo but yeah, Sitramu Pano, Constitutional Review Commission, Omufa, one emreba ya Ghana for boys, so with the Mayade. Yet your mamma, dear Mupepiana, Mode Moncosu.
Nakota Commission members, no, a Constitutional Review Commission members. Omono, condition of service are politicians in enjoy the members, no Musomunya Biompo. Nabako Commission, no Constitutional Review Committee, no members, no, condition of service at the moment, so more round see. Allowances ebia budget ye de ma
I say am fa to ja
akuta
we say public interest I was say common be to ja
ahun sika nie
say sika we ni e twa say e panja constitution
ye ka ne bo kire wa ohun
Asante file RTI why Asante Kwaku
Constitutional Review Commission
file RTI no mo ma ehunu sika omo try
sa omo bronze no mo ye na kota say bi omo be meeting o Kumasi bia so mi say golden tulip and I say golden beer akota lunch any breakfast ne ye ma omo course a meeting ni bi no akota the budget be to ani mu a omo say Constitutional Review Commission no and I say committee no na fa so bi ani so no say ye jai kra now see a jai kra
now kai brebi you can over am say omo ko across the nation a chire e levy mu no Omo call me na sika.
Eka no mabo no.
Omo call 2 regions. And I'm say about Ghana for starting no mujai. Omo call 2 regions. Eka na we down na billions of. And I'm for say Buko cheche se mwachre. Sika makodi no. Ha obi asam refi.
Ye cheche mu.
Ye suku so me kasa da me call titi. And I'm say cheche mu de. Yatiase.
Constitutional Review Committee you say committee. Akota Omajuma omaye. Omle say omle be afe me boa. And as 6 months na ye ya.
Asante, let's find RTI.
Musa say omo koye no
they should know the budget that was slated. The expenditure. We want the expenditure that took them through.
Committee members no committee members na akonta omo tenase no se ebi omo free nkra no mabakuma se no mababe meeting me boa omo bombe hia Ghana Bar Association for no one akonta regions no omo koye ni nyina no hotels omo kodae
very good
hotel e tusumo omo kokodae tu baby omo koye sa meetings no
cars omo koye petrol hodo we need to know
lunch breakfast lunch supper aye de ma omo no dinner
as I say, it is important. It is a public interest story. We need to know. Yeah, see, can no more. Yeah, you know, young family RTI. No,
politician expenditure for 4 years. Yes, you calculate as gracia. You see, all con yantime and checking a ketu any yamano na okia juma wie no and ya check who sa ketu and or see a man 20,000 and a man 10,000 to or extra 10,000 day tree. Ya kabom 4 years ya de mano. Na teacher near trade for 20 years. For 30 years, so Chroma say, now or co pension, near see a quack command 50,000. Yes, see a quack command 40,000. You did not put tier 2.
Uncle 750.
Uncle 750. Teacher near was some mind for 30 years, 40 years.
Yeah, captain to your chum. And then tier 2.
Yes, see, not tier 2. Not set tier 1 here, Papa. I don't know for MPs and Uncle to tier 1. This should be. I don't know. Tier 2, no say, Papa. I don't know for Monco to do. When what is here, say, or Macasam?
May must have new Yahweh. Yaw, Ojumayeni Ben won't call Ojumaya man a pension. Uncle whom he Jim your man a pension.
Echinobasako Parliament will be a movie.
Now when you fear 9, it is dim said we for in fear 9.
Yes.
One or could be a woe. Why win the election?
Contested
Yanni Casse, in fear 9 now, Coyano, I bet we who's the candy. Yeah.
Ombodieka Somboka we are Seka Wumwa
ya bwachi wa hai adwuma wa ya
Seka Wumwa say ugai
wadwuma oboka obe
mo ne ere so
obia ni wa ha se na bibia nyina ba bia nkase obesom Ghana ni almost someone no member of parliament is serving Ghana. They are serving their interest. Womunya sika obu honoma okọ honoma enye bia appointment to by the fact say okuta service passport otumi tu kwan koye the businesses MPB honoma enyema
nyina wakwa tupe
yawe ada mi hu say MPs asori atia KT Amon and mu say Ghana products be imported by MPC fa
no say yembane milk
when KT Amon ka say enyema be imported
because officer Ghana ye
betima ye no oni omusia na about 6 months yema kwan after 6 months yen stopping no who mama sorry ti aye ya wan be on a crap matches
mo
obi on a crap toothpick ne yire ne ama
sardine
oka ho pa
sardine
yewra yi friend say Hackman those are Hackman and all the area on the Tonton Bagana
original hacks
Tonton yes
ne juma
always can you see pa Hackman also ajuma all on the crap Tonton ne hacks okay those times I prepare the cement on the Bagana. It is a sad time, no. You be able to have a say one train and say, yeah, you're a Hackman or parliamentar. What ya? MPC baby cranium.
Business is so
yes. They say, Asante, when you go to the corridors of power, nobody is serving the interest of any ordinary Ghanaian. It is for their own interest. Yeah. But they want to say there, what they are one moon now they are one after Frank Kalana no. Yeah, you know, what they are one moon we only for fire no. That's the bottom line.
Ewiyesu na be man diabetes.
MPBC ono odwene ma ho. No na say ya ko find out. As yaw. Na say bia na mo ye de. MPs no. Say MP abetra wo say nipa be 5,000. Ma register omo health insurance. What we found out, there was a common fund for parliament. I had my MP so mo register.
Health insurance.
Now
MPs ni sika o.
Asante. Unim.
Enyo motom sika o asante.
Asante. MPs or fund maku be
yes. MPs fund. Yes.
Common fund.
Common fund free one. Parliament. There is health fund be.
There's a fund be. You
know asemiensa.
Yeah, dem mo so mo fan register mo constituents called national health insurance.
I'm register na mo na mo pembi fa wa register.
There be o. E fund dey ma o mo. What about there?
Insurance no mo.
Omo create ni say. Omo create sa dey ni say MPC bebre no. Say ono so ya nya bibi amano a owo mra se bejafi a oye adwuma no na obi asinachi. Look at the largest.
Health insurance for na anko. And register first no more.
And nothing no dey health insurance for the constituency. And I said
that's sika no dey ama omo. MPB also sika dey ban ha or register no wedi.
Na obu onu ma 4 years na e ba ko.
E bia wo subi fui. Na ni pado na register na MPB sika mo na ko house ko go sit table e.
Edum ni asafo na be tro me dia ko health insurance. Na me dey mi ni health insurance no. Esu onu me be bo ame. Ana se bia me wa asokwa no. Me dey mi num se me ti atonsu ti asokwa no. Health insurance be bo ame. Una be register no. Me te kwada so a wo MP no na be kire me se kwada so na me tie no. Me yare am kwa ya sabi anju na be register health insurance.
O be register ba. Ade wana estabi.
Krono nipa no kakra bia awodanyo o ma no dumu no ma wa gebebo wo.
Oh but kama se mo kasa yente ankoma be ka je se kasa na enko. Se obi akasa ko kama. All right. Yaw. Akwaba. Na obom to say besramo ana da bia mo sidi yaw ti ato ade isu de. Monye ni ye ma wana. Mama ntiri hu shan sa. Yaw.
Yeah.
Ma yenti ya Bolivia. I say yes to say.
Na se nyame nti.
Abama de odi cho mo asre wu.
Ye de body access so de da fofo acha ya. Anu. Okay. O ma no.
Mesi o mo de anwa for ya no. Na bi jai diabetes ne pressure.
Na mo de.
Say ene be mo so many adwuma ye no. E ma ya bo adwuma ye.
Nipe wu na na adwuma ye.
Na de oro so o me.
Na wa ma so e. No go wu e. Yaw, ya future life.
Ya Bolivia say ye fro nyina ena no pay. Say urade de da foforo acha yen. Eye nije pa say onipa ebiri biara obema wani agye. Eye nije ene sese ode ba wa brabo mu. Nije enko a. Enu nti wo se asase nyina mu mosemu urade na mo fa nije ensom urade. Ese ode nije esom urade. Ese ode nije ene som urade.
Okay.
Na enipa awerɛhoɔ ekum sunsum sania enwom no eka no ma wani nye nti twere konkron ko ama yehunu sɛ rejoice in the Lord always, and I say again rejoice. Ma wani nye awurade mu daa meka bio sɛ ma wani nye awerɛhoɔ kum sunsum nti mesrɛ ma wani nye ɛna no pɛi anigye no ɛyɛ aduane na wudie fi sɛ awerɛhoɔ kum sunsum na obenya ɛyɛ aduane bɛn a ɛyɛ future life was daache wonkwa na wobɔ ho ban edi nturo num saa na onyankopɔn ka kyerɛ Adam ne yere no sɛ munni enkwadua no na montena se enkwa a oba de tro no menu a was neme de papa enkwa owu bɔne asi onu na mhyɛ wo sɛ fa nkwa oba fa pam foforo mu so a Yesu sɛ me ne nkwa ne kore ne nkwan obi enkwa agya ne nkyɛn ye ogye sɛ onam meso eduru baabi a wɔse wɔne nkwa ene owu sɔre no nkwa ho hia yenti ne ye kamfo de ama wo firi sɛ yare ya future life bubu sasa ye de natural food supplement a ye mfansi jaso ya ye wie dada nti sa won saka odi ane sɛ odi nsuo efra na bere wudie no o men na esa epam enema firi wo ho future life natural food supplement natural food supplement niema wo mu nyina natural obo ade niema nko a na yesum de agu future life mu ne sanity obi adi bi wo da duro so wo na duro so wo yare o wo nyare o aduane na wudie na me say ebo da che ho ban fi sa na otwe mienu etwa mu yi Sylvia omo ye no man mu report ba abonten say o man mu nyina nipa dom wo man mu emu 13.3% yare kidney yare enipa 13.3 yare kidney yare enu nti sa wo hwe average say 30 million and I wo man mu
35 million
na sa wo de 13.3% a were ho just say I were ho see ye nipa 1 million to nchen a be 1 point something na ade a wo mu kidney ha wo mu adentia ye nsuo nyina asai ye mframa asai ye aduane asai wo we de so asai nti niema wo manum no asai na no na me kamfo ma wo sai achia na mui wo hia se wo di aduane papa na aduane won so ba ko se wo di beboa wo ye free
million
population you know yes
35
and also Soviet no kura ba hwe ne ye no kuru nkasiem
4.6 million Ghanaians
and I suffer from kidney
and I suffer from kidney
yes
which is dangerous
dangerous
13.3 out of
35 million
35 okay 35 million
yeah ya dia ha adwena nkasa na
465,000
and I suffer enye asam ketwa o na sankofo we nyina hweye na se advance epem ko animu ne koduru dialysis so a sen ne bewu nti o ma no yenye save saa na ye kamfo ma se mo duane hia na woduane nya woduro so enye woduane future life no ya ahodo a e kire se ye de mawa mimi de ne me recommend mo ba bi a wonyem oba wonyem a duane esese wodi kopem so obowo ye future life unim se wonyem a enirubu okora oba pemfo ye mfama me wa buru kire no wonyem a oba anyem a onu moduro eduro e ma ne nom me ka se miribi atwam a high folic acid daraprem and fesolate ne manima bi ani yede mama no multivitamins ne ade ni nyina wo future life enu nti wo hia se wo kwa akonom sa ne ma no wo hia se wo ko numiro bia aduane na ese wudie mese se wo nyemo a the future life anopa di awia di ukuro moduane anwumere no wasa the future life no wada akora no hye yafunu mu wo ahoden na aso bo kama cesarean bi anim ene cesarean no manyene sa adoso pa o adoso pa ne yankopon asem wo kan se yenwo no e wo yene fa na obusi obi a wa ngumienu wo miensa wa ngumienu wo miensa abrami ni mi papa bi ne maame wo makomaku dunsia makomaku edunsia yes onamwa wa ya flat just say wo abemdure pa me so ko ho a wo say yes wa wo ene unhunu obi a so wa wo nwotwe ne nwadu o
and man no kra o mo an forces area no
because on person ne ahodene bi abewo nti ya ne twa ne preko na no so no
to me the date
na no so no bo wodene
is that the end board so unis ka obi so ma
e me kanfo ne ma papa ma wo fi se
ama dachi wa hoden
so na okay nya nwere side effect a wo ho
because so which my is there
ba me atwa hoden yeah but the thing ne say surgery no kura wo ya hair surgery wo ya e kosoro ba from after certain years wo ho a wound no na mu peni
oh and man no
yeah utimi se
officer o yes surgery onya hoden
yeah wound no utimi se nhoma na de stitch ye no yeah
pa e ho na wo de
enye yize sa
entimi nwa nkogu
debe to bi abon so sore no pa ne mu wiw mu tutu ankasa media make am for aduane papa ama wo na aduane ne future life na egwa wo do ye wo original no wo ho anu de wo bia di anu nti wo ba me wo aduane a akora ya wo na fe ekosi mfie nyankopon de ama wo future life ese wodie ena me sa wo 0 se wo mpese wo furi ye kase yes na wo di aduane na wo maintain wo sania wo sitie no apepepa wo hia 0 ena fe wo mu etumirika eye exercise nom ne ade wo hia high protein fi se wo sweat a lot na ya no munsuo ena fe de me beka ho asem nei eye se enei Omanhene enipa edu etena se aye Ghana fo a ye ka so obi an sorry abonse mu nwotwe omu de ensa besi ekotodwe ne ya sorry obi a nipa no edu tena se a ye se obi an sorry obenya nwotwe a Omudi Koto Yensesi Koto Jason. Ya, near sorry, Ade ni Koto Jenny Sissi Naposo to Tuno Reno Trino Achiani Mui. Me word the animal was so back or high friend repair food. And no never bought that chambine. And until Sissi no Koto Genoa, what do you say painkillers yan one man? Messina don't know our own noms are painkillers, never sack of fire for Eddie Abreu. Ne senti. I was all back, Namema repair food. Aduane, and the woody, Namase, Gregory no area, na case, case, no, Ojo Humbebia, and Yano. Mema repair, Nina, a be free ho. Nadia, do chum crack a sear barco, a beauty, Wahu fe, and who yammy and casancasa, Wahu fe, who yammy, and unto here beauty food, Adintra. A drew baby nessa ya hucho say a who say brew, say you him, say a dear you. Who won't say already an iron ass a shall see free when him, a shall see free when him, and until when him and shall see a boba poor a young one. I'm a fay in since I be bemo, who are watching your semi, ye make up, sir, and a beboa may oh boy, and you never saw who we are the Tiana Tier, Branham more beauty food. Branham more beauty food. Wait, so beauty food in reduce wrinkles within 28 days. And until Adriana made a man woo dear, Uber diabo some. Now there was one nimno senya kama, cha, fatu fonso. Now who didn't bosumi we are, Sako who and him. Now Bo who say yes, that they be tradium. And so Adriana and a woody. Yen Tonya drew. Yen Tonya drew Adriana, Albam Wame de Bama war, Ubi Bano, Yen Tonya drew Adriana, Adriana in future life. Enunti me kamfo ama entena se o entena se de ha wo bia na yen every my kwan se ye mo yade bia din if you say a supplement enunti me ka kire wo se wo de bra me mo aduane na wudi a wasesa wo chebre no obi bia adan na sese basa na wonum nuru bebrebe sa bra aduane bia ha wo bia yen aduane nko a aduane we wudi a na aboa aduane we wudi a na aboa aduane we wudi a na aboa maami bi ofre me se maduane aboa me ankasa nra wose ye maduane aboa me ankasa na me se adan wose hwe somebody mo ba mo se aduane na moton na me na asikyire hame asikyire yare na hame every my kwanse mo yare dini na maami no wose mo de mo ba mo de mo se aduane na me de na hame no na mkoto maduane bi na me se me koye no de aboa me na sugar was na 28 anopay see I hey nan ko so from no dia dance here but many ho na me kan fo kire say was say woni me say makwa say mo 4.9 say hey sa 28 no just me ko okay yem nwanwa me say hey the akoduro no say I me dem nim say ya nam de ma wo say no won so ne ma wo di ho dance here na dos o kan say ya de bra na me hwew na me ma onuane ni na ne baboa wo na me se wudi repair na wudi we ya wo koda no wanam tonic no wanam tonic na wanam tonic na wanam tonic eno ne baboa wo hia life tonic
okay
me se ya kamfo ama future life no ya to apeto memu ba bia kuma se ya so ye kase no so for line alignment interchange no soro ho ne ye wo na no firi ho a na se wo konkran ya ye wo Ghana Telecom University opposite Abeka Junction de no Ghana Telecom University opposite Kokas Estate Fio Kokas Estate Fio ko Wuramu Straight store number G10 ko Nekotobi anase obenya future life on so Palace Supermarket wo Flower Port Sprinters Road ko ubenya future life ebi wo Kaswa Central Region Cape Coast ubenya Takorade ubenya afei Takwa ubenya mebobo ni say na so frame a na metima kire obo ase wo Central Market mi so kire drugstore me say wo Asante Achem Konongo wo Agogo oba Asante Afija ase wo ho Kumawu wo ho Asante Mampon Sunwane Bruno Techimai afei akire nsua ubenya bi ewo Greater Kumasi nyina me say ye kamfo amawo ye aduane na wudie bra bedie o na baboa your numbers is 0246 01 another 01 50 0246 01 another 01 50 and a number for 0242 87 90 0242 87 90 future life
okay Nyame so inshallah pa ya boache na mote ne nkase ne twetwe nkomo ena no pay no na we every enkofuku a freight forwarders and clearing agents na womo say yemfa ntudwa magana fo nyina ante say ene na abontiri mu say as oma call it off omo strike action a omo de be tudwa no omo say ente sa na eya kamia say nipa ne bebre no adwene ye omo say as a freight forwarder no freight forwarding no oma strike na so oma jam omo the way aba say emfantudwa now omo say the joint business forum minim say mo betimi dey ato TV ni so amame a press release no the joint business forum which comprises of the following associations: Freight Forwarders Association Ghana, Association of Custom House Agents Ghana, the Customs Brokers Association, CUBAG, Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders, Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, Traders Advocacy Group, Ghana, Concerned Traders and Forwarders Coalition of Importers and Exporters. To their purpose is addressing the misleading information circulating in the public space following a meeting held yesterday with Ghana Shippers Authority at the strike instance of Professor Jampo, Ghana Shippers Authority Penny. Now, I almost say, while we acknowledge that Professor Jampo, on behalf of the Ministers for Transport and Finance, invited leaders of the Joint Business Forum led by Guta and appealed for a suspension of our strike action pending an emergency meeting scheduled for Thursday, 16th April 2020. The outcome of that discussion might be stated clearly. The strike action, which commenced on Monday 13, remains in full force. Freight forwarders and clearing agents have ceased payment of duties and laid down their tools as earlier directed. Operations at the port remain suspended. The Joint Business Forum agreed to suspend further intended lineup actions as part of the roadmap out of respect for Professor Jampo. This does not affect the current strike action by the freight forwarders and will continue as planned. Any statement from any quarter suggesting that the strike action has been called off or suspended is misleading and should be disregarded by the traders, stakeholders, and general public. We reiterate that traders across the country continues to face unpredictable and excessive high-duty assessment, prolonged delays in cargo clearance, mounting demurrage and rent charges, and the near absence of an effective system for resolving valuation disputes. These challenges have created an unsustainable business climate. The Joint Business Forum remains open to dialogue at the emergency meeting slated for Thursday, 16th April. However, until concrete resolutions are reached, the withdrawal of service by freight forwarders and clearing continues. We urge all members and trading public and media houses to take note that the strike action is ongoing at the port. It means that the strike action, aluta continua, it continues unabated. Mr. Clement Boateng, President Guta, on behalf of the Joint Business Forum, what must say unity? I was say, Abina Kofa BBS no Publican AI. It is a matter dear wa brochire $800. Ebia baby me turn $200 abrochire wa. Anova kofa $800 no. No akabo humi no se mintua. Eti ade a me kofa no. Say 800 a. Obetima bobo be 2000. Abina ono one konsu anko anyina no. Ne mfaso wo mu ye be $600. Sade na me kofa ba ye no. Ejadifo no say almost dwene Ghana mindful ho. Enti say aban na anya bibia amfa ho a omutumi so nya dai. Enko di say adwuma no. De be akọ wie ne say me Ghana ni na me kwa koto saa de no ye de baba ho ben prensa de ama me betimi nto ekowiase a dollar etsote ye no eso mfaso ne sei menya so mfaso inflation about 3.2 I was near my from no because the Nibia one will di jaboka akofan semo aba papa and no many Professor John Pushie wie no e de bi di aba tu ja so ma suspend omo suspend bibia omu ginam se twe anopay mamema honorable akwaba Oyobia nana montoni ne nkomodie ya mefe ene said o kika ne ho ba bia o free a oba na obeduru kura ja wo mo so mo tete ya no arabo andus be dia ko mo ache
me jesu obru oman
former MC German South
exactly
be ba cho Lebia ono transe a so man so de ma me meet back na enka m koko asem ejina me kura me dem busia wo de ka koko asem mi po o be ka koko asem edu de koko asem na tisa no pay
ene e de tetementi ya
na ti enu ti na so wo ba no so ya de a se de usi ban tema ye di juma ma na ye me fere kura ti no enu no ye protocol Ejaro pe ma bitiu. Go go for this say.
O ma machia.
Na joso.
Machia what for no producers na. Radio no do ba bia utia do bia na say.
Precise 105.9. Mr. Moa, Handy Fresh. I want for do na tie from your end. Enti Mr. Mo monya bibi kakra o my why.
What promote mo pa.
Oh, precise.
And opposite say me na me do ba we say na nkofu be.
Oh, you say the omaji kroma fa. Precise aji kroma fa. Enti monya na twetwe no. Udna me dumba bia precise 105.9. Yeah, that's right.
Oman public interest announcement and kuku de last week minority members of parliament
oh
yeah eba your constituency ema yenya kwan eco communities no bi na my arewosem eda so issues no resolve well kuku no ayeko mu ekoye program no I have all the videos here kuku no abre ya eguso esenka ya tire be say 2 times kra eguso mitimi bi sa farmer na ene di anasa ande na kuku na bra e pra wunyante o si chief na meti ahwa na eto kuku I was so shocked
egusu bebre
me we am send the videos na ma o si meti a chief one eto na me si really na say kra na say pay kra na boy dey say kuku no because obi so oti ni kuku si ho e no say
say Burkina Faso be fa
pay o di ku fertilizer bottom na o di kuku yin si ho akronfo be fa pay no ja kuku no
I don't have a papel. I said the pay is a pair of Burkina for the top.
Yeah. And see, me feel say, cocoa the enka, commodity a war Ghana. Yeah, the boy, the one now. Ubi enemies is cowards and no. Because over the minimum say, Oba Kumasi Hakrana, Oko the likes of Ashton Mo, and near Asafo,
Bantuma, Ashton,
even
as Sokahakra,
a cuckoo near the year. Into cocoa, the Ghana is uniform. But you see, under this government, Kukuno are a useless commodity. And I don't think it's the right thing. Because the account of Krana say, farmers in Bekasa, they are buying the kind of toya, or Mokasa or Moatiso, into Yentria, Bodada and Famono, and also a bino G and Musicaramai. Because what they were told, they say, a bino ewo, Kukuya for cap, they say 11 billion Ghana cities, and a bino will release 4 billion. And the uncle, baby, and the brain one still almost like musica. There were students or more a bit university. A branch of our COVID now, Casa and Mekwana is so good. Say or not, the parents, Eden Colabes and some Mokama, or Munia will use CC, Omina Buffy, because Omu to be Jessica and from Kutu of school fees. Omu parents in a cook. It's the best rabbi no say. Kuku no send and koi cra, and crack. O call grounds why no moody or and Crophonia bread. It is about Tran crying. Now office say a ministry. No office say all is well with the cocoa farmers. It's not well at all. Because the MS is saying cocoa no say
Every be a cannon putting for the Yakukuno. That's right. Jim Rantin and Maba.
I do more bitch.
It is a one you are more the history. Now, or much no Muhukun, the Ato Mutisiana, for the first time in the history of this country. And see that. Into your best rabbi say, or more Pena Kuku for years of what we should manner near my economy. Me also the Ama Ayu who cried said, "Oh, say you want a cuckoo ni cashew." Move Jamai north and south, in which you have a Bono region, no dear, cuckoo ni cashew. But cashew knows what I feel where cashew known to me and back. And to me, I'm so sad, you have to be a son. And that the account be a missile. Cashew known to me and son, I buy now with terminal. Way a facts, and yes, will be your politics. I buy now at the minimum price, no echo 17 Ghana cedis per kilo. And I buy we buy, no, or more than 12 Ghana cedis. 17 no more shall see or more tono, or more shall see a free cash you know, but it will require 25 Ghana cedis a kilo. 2024. But this time round, no, even 12 cedis now, I buy not the 2 year. A market you know, I say at the above for about 9-8 Ghana cedis per kilo. Into your Kuafono, every yeah, this year, if you say, yeah, you drew Kita on Sabona, July now. The people in Bruno region, a lot of them will suffer. Kukua, Yempiaka, cash you saw no bra. And it's going to be a year, Mamma, like we are following. The thing said, I said, you bomb what they say. You bet me, I say, cash you know, you better go to Mamma, Yankasa, you crowfwa, almost your cash you mano, or move to me at home. And yes, sir, we hear you come a walk at 1 year soon, and a better air Bruno region.
Yes, I know they.
Obefese obi tumi abɔ modern se kwambia so koko ene cashew no a ɛho nsɛm akɔ bibia wɔ hɔ ɛwɔ bono region no aba no bitumi a resolve na de ekosisi are there oman it's not the best at all, it's not the best.
Okay, ya hwɛ ni mu sɛ ɛyɛ wɔna aka no so ba be kan sa ne atwetwe nkɔmɔ honorable Ade Kyeɛ ɔte ne mani so na why a public interest announcement. Exactly. Okay, number 1. You said, me bam said number 2. Now, you shall dear Bakwa and rounds also coming up and also APA from the opposition to the MPP. Bono regional chairman, Yacheno, Yache communication, Sunyane, Yacheno, and Ra, Yaton Safren or Koya, I say, I remind you for 1 week. Mumfane pictures no good TV no so na manfo wune ye ka ho asem no ya brante no ya che no ko it's ade I invite no ko ya say ya remand no for 1 week.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks yeah. Amando.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yes. Na Ira Kofi Juma so no a ye wo ha ye be hwa no pay ye be hwa Ira Kofi Juma so ne fie yoko akoransak ne fie nyina wo Kumasi ne residents oma ne bedroom ne bebia oma sesa ne computers ne hard you can say hard copies being soft copies being machines you know external drives be just say adeya you see you could phone about so bono you say e be si nei yenim ade krontia abasa ama mranti omsu kofi ho just say as they were saying you know if you hold dampan kids ni nyina tutuko enti no just say obi peso Owia de Kofi Juma fie ho de a just say obetimi akọ wia yo ade ba ko so a anope ya adwene ho recruitment of teachers. Now Minister of Education say he is constrained by sika budget constraint and I'm on to me for and can it pay 50,000 then so budget constraint. People have started asking questions. Say the government of the day has made it categorically clear say sika ho enti ama nipa bebiri adwene yom say na den the emfa nipa to TR and Idris ana it's like almost contradicting obeka omampani John Dramani Mahama a big push o say sika ho contractor bi sika ya ready 2027 na bibia kwan no nyina gum no can say 2026 we virtually every construction area Ghana be done a construction area it's Ghana for him say about 2027 na kwan no nyina ya na sika de o hotima contractor bi ensuro education is sika ni ho ana say priority no shifted to construction more than education as a day yeah ne che bia no mampani ka say omo fa 10,000 ka ho na security agencies yentumi recruit omo no omo no so na mebere ni nya adwuma. Now we're looking at almost about 50,000 and now we are within 72 hours. There are in this with about to just a 40,000 teachers and I apply almost for 7,000. Honorable, Mammy Tio, and some
Ghana has 7 dollars. Under this government, sometimes I am not no producers and maybe some say, and then I am to me selecting more topics, because a dorsal, who be I was selecting from. At the Chibia, the Eban a dorsal, who to me select it.
And I be gatekeeping.
And until a bino, the Bia Mecase, a drew say a pima bino could do a winner or 10 then we begin to divert attention. Until most of the issues no way in
who's a way diversion?
Oh, yeah, arrest in a diversion.
LGBTQ and some
and no say, in 2 minutes of me, in 2 minutes, can't say me. And Timos and some by and I'm said, Dawson, you know, I dare channel was a son, and the 2 year follow up, because I don't know, there be a new one say back. Oh my baby, I TCC, I don't think say, yet baby, in terms of your democracy. A buying on the name, crew for AC democracy, Netiase. A brandy dear and see Monday no I was there me call original police headquarters will be I was now me over the weekends no frame me and no catch me so chief your mom invitation o you say me call police headquarters me feel say be Accra na me so na Accra there no so there be almost sunwan na me say we me kra me sunwan enti na eduru ho Monday no yina beba fortunately na lawyer Twan Yebo ya former deputy attorney general e was sunwan and a party no Elias with team and no can say onye lawyer no representing no. Enti Monday no almost 10 o'clock. About 9 o'clock near police headquarters e was sunyan. Ye koduru wa ye bisa e no de omo ka che ya ne so omo nya case bi aso omo invite no omo invite baba Amando. It is never true. Yes na fe him find ade free. Sanity I say ye buy mo say mu invite ye say ye kwa baby. And e tutre ya. Ye kwa na ye be pio omo gate wa ne hu ya say omo frɛ mombra. Ye kwaya say yachew say omusu directives from Nkran na ni nyanya omusu ya we bad ye nchew ye be hwem wo ye na omodro call cyber crime for office no enti ye contractor ho a oman make say na ye di 2 hours no obi anka
no omusu wa he de
sunya de obi anka de waye enti na ye na nkasa ye contemporary ye bisa na say de na waye enti ni post bi a waye no Facebook ne ma bi a watwotwo Bakwa na watro over the weekend, previous weekend, no, na NDC communicators a meeting at Taiko Hotel. Enti otro to the Facebook say, omu invite nipa be 700. Omu serial callers and the omu kan ho nyina nti omu buy no omu wie no. Onim say NIEP for menu RKJ, any Sami Jemfi, any Bui Power Authority, and sponsor program no. No mu wie no mo bia 10,000 Ghana cedis. Nti eno ye first post on the to. Yes, almost 10,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, yes. And on your post back. Until now, office be I know. And at the same year, be the brand LGBTQ by and so. Almost post 2 pictures be almost year pictures are not a president picture. And Sam George and Ukuje to Abrakwa. And on my
main
yes
people instrumental in the LGBT.
Yes, and
or the LGBTQ
colors. Yes, and all the colors in a two actually. Said omo ye Kufuado omo ta MPP time now said omo ye Kufuado no na but ono according to ono so onyo na ye obi na design na ono post wo ni Facebook wo
said you are accomplished
exactly ono post wo ni Facebook wo nti na ye hwese enema we na e bia be gina so anti amode nti sunwa de omo so omo aka so omo ni ndi nti omo afre no nti ye wo sunwa na ye ne omo di nkomo na de hu ya ne se party mabunu no ne no omo ahase omo mobilize nti omo ba ho a na omo yedidi omo to nwom ne de ka nti e ba sa de hu as police for the car be si wo e na omo de handcuff gu ni nsa e na poa omo de ko Accra from Sunyan to Accra more than 8 hours journey e na omo de ko e nti omo koduru ye no e na lawyer Twan Yebo e bra na ye wo Sunyan kwa o ka kire omo se Accra na omo hia no de ame o kira me kwa Accra ya me wo case kwa wo supu nti mo fa no ma me kwa abedro be ko head ko omo se da yes omo de ko omo se order from above saying for them bra na so omo de ko enti omo duru ayi Accra na omo ye na anajo anwumre be de no mo ko pre-bill part no pre-pay na onya bill enti enra na omo se on time report ɔkɔ report wa mo so ya chew ɛsɛ yɛde ɔkɔ court ɛna yɛde no kɔ court no ɔman na de si court no no ɛno nti na me say ɔman we ɛsɛ sɛ yɛn na yɛka bi a mo ka bi a ɛwom ahemfo imamfo ɛne traditional leaders ɛne the opinion leaders ɔmo wɔ yɛ ɔman sɛ yɛnhyɛ ase ankasa one German na or a philosopher or say initially they came for the socialists. I did not speak because I was not a socialist. Later they came for the communists. I did not speak because I was not a communist. Later they came for the Jews. I did not speak because I was not a Jew. Before I realized now, or no one kasana officer say no man befanoko. That is the society we are in today. And they say ye kase you be na enye wo enti unka ho asema it will get to you. Nipa ben na ban we ba oman mu a ye nchi omo. Ada se waka wa adwen anase wa ya ade a ye nchi o. Omo chi ya chi omo nka se omu nipa matempewu. Special prosecutor so chi no. E ma o kasa bebre e na wo se wa ye di. Omo chi ne ba ko wo se na nesi abre. Enti abrantie no de ekosi court no ra ne se prosecutor said na wo ka ho asem no. Ono ye prosecutor no kra se onye na dwen se ye remind no. But judge no na call say remind no.
The judge called for a remand.
I'm telling you, minti be that.
No, but it's the prosecutor who will say, my lord, based on this and that, we are not done with the investigation, exactly. And we feel that upon the release of such a person, it could mar our investigations. So we plead that probably give us a week or two.
Exactly.
Not judge are granted.
Exactly.
Where the prosecutor no. Judge no say that.
Judge no bisa prosecutor no say. Or no fee say as I say or remanding na prosecutor do kan ye ne say. Say sa ayi fe say saba ayi no mo omo hia expert a omo dis omo hia no a they will invite him. Enti on kan say mo remind no.
Omo hia no omo invite.
Yes, they will invite him. So what inform?
Owia judge no say there be 2 weeks.
Yeah, uncle 2 weeks. So what inform it? What inform? We judge we any abronya judge na animals farm judge no difference be na wo. Omo the difference be na wo. Na me feel say animals farm judge no the oye no a ye promote no ne. E no call the higher position no. E no na ma
ni.
Yes.
Baba Mando so day.
E no na ma ye fe say ashe judge bi enkuna ya why the oye ne nra no.
Baba Mando post ni.
Yes. And I'm no man, yeah, so and your man, when I know Chrome Hansi way. Me feel say, o producers no more there, but in Telemun, some George, and for a Kufadon, but nobody arrested them. But in tell it to me, yeah, Baumia picture. Yeah, or the beer, a Kuran and Sabinkum, and the FS a preco knitting crow, and all the action is a win. Excellent television, so semi to TV say, Kufado, a beer. Ono ne offer ya wotete no na oyo obi a oye gay enti akufo ado kwotena na nche na ma akufo ado wo sue gay free no enti akufo ado ntumi ka je se onyi gay ntum bas national television emo mu ye picture we be Jubilee House omu ye ya the same color Jubilee House gay headquarters akufo ado time nobody arrested anybody now there we see in rano me what I'm suspecting is Sam George is behind it. Because I didn't see an uncle for can was no and no fa law no and or the beto the Facebook war.
Yes, cyber law.
Yes, and or the beto now or church so we are dealing with this law. In this is our law no na abrante breach. Inti me I will not be surprised on the churches or monchino. Now me name say we are say by the NDC cannot take a quarter of what they did in opposition. That is my worry. Quarter. E no mama ye na ye wo abamu. Ye no and nessa adro no de more omuntumi tasty. That is the kind of people we are dealing with, NDC. Enti abrantie ya echi no a ye no call ya judge otina konwam na prosecutor no kran kan say mumfa no nkosie ada say bia ne life kura no is in danger. Anase bia mu ja no a obetemper with evidence bi. Enti mumma in 2 weeks na emfanya investigations. Na judge na nkasa arrogate those powers to himself. Na mebetra hana meka say judges no be a political judges makabode. Because they told us in this country say even the chief justice then mame tokono omoka say oye MPP woman organizer na ne say abronya say judge bi wo adenta a fence political judge and tia no so di ya che abro nya you see enti dia na enye nra no adenti na ye enti ene na da bia me kase me the caution and omo ana minds of conscience ya omo kasa those days na omo ayedi no se ede no dame 2028 na ekose de ekoya mo obi ankasa okuruma oka obi anti Prise de esi ya enkrofo ayo omo adwen so omo ayedi no Westerns akufu ado aban wa man yankoche sa enkrofo bia na yeti omamu emma former ministers 34 eje double salary ewo omamu akufu ado aman yanfa mo nkotum attorney general prepare docket no friend no catch say massa these are all political people who fa party ba ko nipa be say 34 do mo kugina court a e de assemble ba enne hwede ndisi for e na o se kofi djuma yakoni fi a yakotutu na niama nyina nipa a woni fi yakobubu ho nyina na unya tumi na se tumi sa na ode ya but I am telling the NDC all these things that they are doing, they are uniting the new patriotic party. Emma ye strong because the Emma me who say ye strong when I know ya I didn't see you Sunya no Sunya East na ye muchi chair or why nam so for the first time ye vote difference ye more than 28,000 man NDC be win the seat no free and sem no na no nam rante na mo yes no mo anka say say the see e kire say mo me nyina ye nka ye homum ne ye nko ye ni ma say new patriotic be hwe nsembo ne dida na ye ho. If you think say you are suppressing the opposition, you are rather uniting the opposition. Now the ekosu nyina no the see ho ba ko lesson ba ko mahu ni so man. Say e ba say enema ekosi ya me hu say 2028 elections no e bra MPP awon power no Bawumia will have a lot of problems.
Ade.
Because e mabunu de na no mo ye ni sunwa ne say honorable ye kan ma mo ate ase say ye ma power biem na mo betena se yenya amane kai we mu ye anuafo se enya adwuma wo man we mu nya adwuma wo chena ntu ye president ade na obeye ubenya problems enti Bawumia prepare for those things na ebeba no 2028 nyame ye na adom no onwe ne power because party for no buafu se de mo de mrantie no e fa mo mu fi se mo ka obi kasa bo ahye ne ye no it is not the best na judge awotena konwam prosecutor say menka say yen sentence obi ana yemfa obi nkosie na wo judge na nkasa wo de power show nsem say yemfa nko enti judge we awotena court no enra no oni abronya judge na ye friend say animals farm judge no difference bi anu omu o yes no president abona abaso ya promote no enti we nso e bia na o yes adre say be yo no so e be promote no. That is my conviction. And yes adia there was no basis where there side issue na buy we go I misdemeanor.
Yeah.
I misdemeanor. And this we na even criminal cases kwano constitution no ye was Supreme Court ruling na wo say eno cry to me mabi enti dia na ye chia na nka president na nka so ote akonwa so ne se nka ye chi no nyo no tena ho se akufu ado na busuanfo ofro mo achim sakawa no nyo no na ye chia nka ya nje no enti abranti wo ya chi no NDC for no hu se da bia na ya na meka se maburu no omo anya position sesi ya NDC no omo na eso omo hwe omo yie free say president no ewo immunity after say wadi na konwa wi okotena ne baby a memem ka say after ye sika ye first 1992 konse ye ba ye dispensation o president bi wo ha ya che no ye de na court na yakobo ne kwadu na ye ka say emfa nkotum enti definitely we have that immunity na wono a wo ye minister ne ya wo hye ase say ye nchi obi because wakoye picture na say wakoye ade office e fa ho nti no e hawo onka de ode ye Akufo Addo onka de ode ye Bawumia mo se Bawumia onu whisky esan we pork ka ho kremoni o obi eni wa wache omo na ene kakra we na say ndisi for the ye nyan hyase o dem ye we prelims ye no mo ye won tokwa kese paako de omo ye no ye beye de omo ye no bi because ye hunu se eno na Ghana for no be bring na say wo ya e bia meme na menye but ye mrante bi wo mbeye de na si eniama be na Kevin Taylor wantena apochimamu ene ne television so amfa nye Akufo Addo aban ne MPP aban o ye ya ma ye cite for contempt e was a court aban we buy ya pen no mo kotabiri no mo di free abuchi no mo de buy e no mo de ko Supreme Court jano e no mo ko dware no Supreme Court dware wi no mo bo no powder no mo display gu ne ho e no mo jana so onko o san ko trans wo ye west Kevin Taylor ne ma wo ye no e na amankrofo bi ahye mo kutupa mo ye ne ma no because se wo ye sa had no etumi party bi we ne power dia Kevin Taylor tena o mamu even o te kokko so nkasa kra na sabi o kafra cha no pe wani ma de na wan fa anye no de na wan fa empanifo a mo wo mamu ya na mo support John Mahama de na Kevin Taylor anye o na sa brantie we ye sa ne ma wo nyina na Ghana fo gina so koto abama John Mahama wo ba ya wako tabiri no e de na ba e Supreme Court no mo ankasa mo pem judges e so metu mo dware no abon powder e di chira gu no ama wasora kwetena buchiri and he's doing worse and na she mabu no bi kutupa e mo mo fi na so obi yese na se Supreme Court to kwatu mi dware no dia ade ntina me so mentumi ye and na she bi mu kutupa no na wo hwe NDC for the me ba na me ka se me hwe omo video no bi a enne ma omo ye na opposition me hwe bi a ya na e ma bufuo bi ba me mu se then we should but me yantete me sa ya na majai because wo hwe video no bi a so disgusting it was a politician
after elections na wa hunu say
I'm telling you man since that time no what the office with me social media timba say be 3 days 4 days when I'm call why you busy over there call and this omo anya post bi na da bi omo TikTok me ni ma adwuma omo ye na omo office on there you see enti enei say issues no ba na omo sha ase na omo gba e ba me hwe Black Star de no kra na masere president say Akufo-Addo ase o man na ma Black Star kra say dada me and ba ko so bi hu ya me ye mu shi me kra say koko no obekwa akotutu boreholes e wo koko afu na all the politician case so na all the pipe atum or the tuma na odi agu koko so koko afu bia enti satam koko nse no ba me hu fi na me say eh enti president kan say na nkofo so gina no mo amo aji so na me say president o kan say mo gina I was so shocked o kan we man nkofo gidie
yesterday I saw one we were saying a teacher for and come to him now
automatic
automatic
posting no
we school na okochi ajuba
achachira for no ha me say bia a prof be bana yakoso ala say me ko achachira for
no any boss one am say
okawe nyina
na ojina ka bi so me boa ya de na ojina ka so or the connecting schools nyina
me am say no AI people it me manye ni
it is not
it is not proud people say
it is not
during campaign was this and also yes true.
It is not.
And or can be a grand idea. And then say, on the campaign trade, you may be idea correct to me sound.
Idea, sir.
It would be more judges in a cast.
Yeah, no, in a cast. We no reading home by say.
Automatic
on the connecting schools.
We need, yeah, Unya school our resource by now for Ejuma.
And see, when the coffee say, everyone and nurse for no year, so Yajala one so yen to. It was or Genesis can also Yajin so to your pay automatic posting. I will say, Alawa. Enti we na ma ntro we na ma omo win elections no enye any magic bia na omo fi se John Mahama ba be e ntro e na omo de ye akonwa no enti o man the best ne say ye na e wo ma mu nyina ye mfa ya no ntum na democracy na ya fa no ne ho ahomte some of these things no e ya de a ebesisi enti we president a e se uhu se sa na ma we beba e ba na niema NDC fo ye ne sisi omo ntumi ye se me say o man mo amoya asofo akese ye be sere se enkada kro mo organize crusade be say 1 week crusade na ye mfra Akufo-Addo na ye mpa ne chew se after crusade no ye ma ne kwan no wakasa na ye pa ne chew se Akufo-Addo enema ye no man mutia o se na enye wo a na wo ya de pa anye se bi anipa bone na wo ye
ye crusade
ye me sere se mo nye crusade man na ye no mo ye sa na ma na mo ba na mo be ka mo num sem na o ma pa chew na mo bom pa ya mo
Catholic for bonica no
yeah wo bonica nti ye nya sa no na fa mboa me fi se ye ne sa e be ma enkrofo akoma ba mo yem na de ye Akufo-Addo fa so wo mamu a otumi tolerate ye na enne ye ntumi mfa kotakora entolerate no e ya rekosem
Professor Sponsa Akwaba.
Yes sir.
Senior research fellow KSTU, and then I have here Frank Otuachampo. a lecturer, Springtown University, and NDC communication team. Now, what to say? You won't watch it. Prof.
Yes, sir.
My brother will change.
Good.
Or my message say, Minu still maybe still a woman PBA man. Debbie, I've been this year saying besides our question. Yet, it's a bit of channel.
Now, it's here to tell
And fear me, I don't know. How much have you?
Omanhene say you defense minister and call.
And the only say I had
a big video. Oh, was safe
environment.
And we are the man to Chomu. I man to Chomu.
Okay, Prof, my this issue I pay Amando and the main issue crying is about the issue of the remand.
Yeah.
And then you probably raise concern say misdemeanor. A dear about some days yentino yentima money bill.
Yeah.
And we are told the prosecutor said say a cyber issue here expertise intino when they need a gentleman they will call the gentleman to reappear.
Yeah.
But the judge felt said there be the why no. Mampeni your mama I question a week. I got toto nano. I call ye Sanya Manu de Chivi as I say, just a way gay. You know, Omufi said a yateni. And there's a cyber law to that effect, you know. Uncle, now what you mean, Nombra. If you Mufi said diversionary taxes, if you Mufi said there be the law should be upheld. Mamintiu.
Yeah. So, on my near me meka o hone se benra metie ya asem ne sie no na mpanimfo a omunim de omra mu ni ade na bebree kasa ma menchia ya hwefo ne yetie fo mu fa nche me manchia enti metie lawyers ne bi na some of them were expressing frustration baako ana or expressing frustration pa o se wa practice for over 20 years na ohun bi da say a judge is addressing a case not advanced by the prosecutor. So that's the judge no sabe unim where lawyer the asem fa kra e bi obedi bim kra you can lead the person as a kasa emu no now they can be say lawyer crony is smarter and a prosecutor crony is smarter obo say wo twena adwena si bibi so o ya sa ade ni nyina wie na say prosecutor na say on dey bibi ogina na ogina ubu asema ubu based on the case before you. Na say prosecutor back court. No say asemo amede ba ye nie. Ye hia mre kakra dia hwehwemu. Sa hwehwemu na ye kwakoye no. Ye hia the person to be present. Un say ade no omu elicit information be free nipa ho. Na nipa no is not forthcoming and so 48 hours na ye do a. Ukọ court kosre say ye san hia nipa no wo ye nchen. Ye hia anu ye bi free no no ma ye nsa nyanka ye nti mo ma ntena ye nchen for ebia 2 weeks ana bibi. We do say matter no a technology system. And the human presence is not necessary. Omu na ese omu ko make it time e cause signals bureau for ho say national digital center for ho no mutimi access digital eyi na wo ho no no mdi yo mu case the backcourt. Nti ye hia nipa no wo ye in custody. Sisi for the 2 weeks nipa no be wo police for ne nchen no. Omanhene
de juma no odi
odi de juma
judge no so on country no onyina home ebi na ba sa ye bia obi abonta no obi apra no
oh
obi aye no bone
enti sincerely speaking obewo for the 2 weeks as a den no a ne hu ni police form fa so obi a because police for no signals unit ne intelligence then for ne digital for no a whatever an assessment they need to do on the content biano they can do it without any technology nipa asem. Until they say they don't need him, the judge says chinchina you must need him, you keep him at all. These are one of the things that can only happen in Africa pen as anime a bit messy. Because my boss, Professor Young Jolie, na ye bon komona o kana Korea no mu president na isi na so kan o gaza ne mahano. Hey prof, what do you have to be a kasa bebrei?
Omaha.
What has happened? Then they also have me say everything is okay here in Korea, but what is your problem? Like And it was like, the previous president was correct, and this one was this, things were going well. Now I say, Prof, Moha, is it possible that two people will be given two things to go and share, but one will not get? No, a page and no, say, how is it possible? Who they are to our say, in my country.
It's extremely possible. Ebi si wo emrante mi no mokobo awumna.
Ayo.
Omo ewo nwura mu obi ani ho. Ena omo mu do mafu so ho.
Yeah.
Si wa ti papa na omo ba awu no ba ya na omo 20 million. Ena 8,000. Ena de ogina mena nim no. Omo ya awie ode ne 1,000 ma. Ogina so. Onko ba bia. Owia offer this camera now on fancha na fa na ni so. It's not the amano. O se na me no na wa obi ama o se afma ni so. Ya be ka. O se afa na ni so. Empanimfo a wafu mobile o se kache. O se afa na ni so a wo de e kira o so de mema wa. Si ase akwani ntimi wo de ntia afuom sika no nyina se o de ka 20 million ade chia no panso a oba fi o de 10 million abra asa no pa no de afọ de man na emfa ejigana ni ba mi possible obi je
me say obi pani bi a me friend ne pa ena yet studio say ya ena madam for back on so timi nsa nifa so say e ka so pani no ne yemu yewu na bronya ikura no senia onsa kan yi se na enye bale o ka kire mi o enso menua braya
onsa kan ya di
obi di wa odi uni akodidi
afi me hwa na papa na nim asa aso nim se me san kan wa anka san se no enso saa yese opani ni me pe professor Smatapo asempa monye ana on carry supeni ni ese o frame na maba ho abaji
na kwanso o edi awo no mo go timije no acha mienu
e ba bedu nsem no
ono timije no afa emblem foforo no wa acha mienu no aba na wo Owia onim no asaso gina wanim no afrese danase na wo so nka fika no pani me saka me dase nana ye nka me
yes enti no me man nka sa bebresa na when things happen elsewhere ebini judges are supposed to address the case before them.
Are we beginning to have an issue with our judges?
Judiciary system.
Because during the NDC in opposition,
yes,
they complained so bitterly about the judges.
Yeah.
Alleging they were the government judges.
Yes.
Today, MPP.
Yes.
MPP told NDC, said the system, NAH, Emra, NAH. And the tables have turned. The MPP now in opposition is saying, NDC judges. The NDC is saying the system is working. So I hear you.
Or my say, who system the system has its own way of checking itself. So, for example, there should be two sides of the argument. Then the judge will exercise discretionary power.
Okay.
Lawyer Ojine Muma Amando say me pesa woman bill. Prosecutor and our lawyer or the other side, the buying side said no. In our custody. Do you get it? When the arguments are the opposite sides like that, then the judge will exercise your discretionary. Lawyer Ojine Muma Amando say your money bill. Prosecutor and so say ane ye hiano your custody.
Tie hiano e be friend.
Into money bill.
Judge said
what else?
Etika judge no ne how ne dey. Oba mu say.
Debi.
Akwa to say oba no okru say omu jawa. Afa ye be du court omu say ye na enya wa ye judge mo be jai. Mutu muta wa de no.
Say me ana me no me enya me de ma de kofi. Oba say ane me na me kunu no.
The evidence available.
Chinchina.
Because if you are trying to
Judge no nim sika na watwene better than Bema no.
Judge, no, he's privy to have information. The prosecutor may not be having.
I say, be na judge no. Ewo idea bi say obekwa akiri, obekwa akusi akiri. Obekwa akusi akiri.
Maybe a judge be see akiri.
Ana say bia wo si akiri dada.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ́ ọbẹ̀ka tó kì í Matthias yẹ mẹ̀fẹ̀má di ọ̀bùn ní ọ̀wọ̀ hidden agenda bi.
Ọ̀bùn akoko no.
Sọ́jà sọ ọ̀pọ̀ náà koko no ti judge ní bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ.
But the evidence.
Evidence bẹ́ẹ̀ na wo.
Evidence ṣe bí ọ̀tún ṣe tán dà. Wàá try ṣe bí ọ̀bẹ̀kú ni dà. Sọ́jà ṣe ama judge ṣe náà yàn.
Sisi ẹ̀ nù ọ̀hún.
Then of course
now that a lawyer now no no your why do you see that
Evidence
in court? Not judge name of the decision.
Baby, a champ or day con crowd there or introduce criminality into it. But yeah, kind of case where Obane Bear Manu said those things are civil issues before the court. Those things are not criminal. So the court's interest in civil matters a solution, alternative dispute resolution. Hey, now when they judge in a case like this, yes, I could see to you by a nya was a chinchina.
They show money, ma'am.
In now maybe no more, yes, a diversionary tactics. That's why people are because.
But what is going on that will make the government so hot that you will divert attention?
No, the truth is that a fear last year, Ghana are buying NDC are buying Enyano smooth.
And wonderful honeymoon.
Yes, Enyano smooth. But on my afini fear see January. Na started PS so right from October, November, December, January, Cocoa for sa yenti omuka. Nebeye ho day one. Ye na foforo sa be boom. Na foforo be boom. Na LGBT so de ne ho so aba begim
so sourcing
na so sourcing so free na so abebom
say there's pressure on the government.
There is pressure on the government,
but honorable
full skills and technology na man here
cyber crime and cyber laws na buy say eno so ka ho bi na ma branch of koche no say the way a man I describe Omanhene what the for picture not to so ya Grace my hwade me den ka deputy ministers and ministers and there well so was you actually on the we no I mean describing the president of the Republic of Ghana as a wake Sam George wake no so nya gro
say libanyo the baba trans years are dey we
baba mando
according to your no say you na here obi na here
obi na here no repost here but when you repost you are publishing and what they are saying is a way a publication of false information because the part of go ni no obi anu a ege and I will describe it almost as such which the society also frowns. So definitely even if it's a misdemeanor, the question is can misdemeanor go on remand?
Senior Brian way me say as for the court no you see people lose cases not because their case wasn't genuine,
wasn't good,
but procuring the case, in court, sometimes one pay good lawyer now one can want me here, was him to me at the power, and so now I find Jane.
I can congratulate.
I'm for good prison now. Yeah, cause I tell you, say, born the two of us, no money, so one can ask me. And to judge, so when I feel the obey lawyer was my car more dear. Then we are opening a new era of chaos.
Jurisprudence.
Yes. And please, you can give the lawyers some hint. Oguso ye na now should there be a prosecutor. Now we need say ofrimo custody kofia. Obetimi akọ hack system and now what temper with media. Now we train nipa na dwene ko baby. Now why yes I dey nyina sense why you
why do you see any reasons beyond
what I say na prosecutor na dey by say can you imagine nolly prosecutor ya me amenu apeni Dr. Yine eko court ko ye na judge tie dwam na Dr. Yine aba say in the case of way versus way I gonna ya na odi yeka
You are not interested.
We are not interested.
Yeah, just so boy.
Judge.
What do you mean? Yeah, you say. Why? College data will be issued no prosecute. No, it's not acceptable. That's a judge that for me.
Just another prejudge the case.
And judge out here, Gemna. Attorney General, so I issue. No prosecute, I was a da. And you meant to ask you because the answer said yeah.
So. Don't try to catch the eye of the president. Do you get it? If you're a judge and you need promotion or you think BB said you end this one at the bar, when you wear your gown, now you PM Majuma and conquer something to catch the eye of the president.
Okay.
The president, for all you know, Krano doesn't believe in some of these pettiness. And yet we now be a mama and penny who say, "Oh yeah, judge, I said you now don't know man." The president will stand with the rule of law at all times. Yeah, he will stand with the rule of law. Please.
They say you were hard. You see, appear stadium. I can say president here drag one yachino. They won't say I think that very day I wanted to do a crana. Not
the issue. Yes.
So
yes.
Okay, baby, I brand TV or Fox FM.
Aye.
Or say at time also yes. Oh my God, chino gidi. Woman the name nam council. I'm so man who just cry.
David, call by.
I tell me say. Ade. So munyaro. Yeah, well, never be on my worst things were said. Difficult
so the judge
comments
is seriously being petty or trying to catch the eye of the president, blah blah. Please,
President Mama he's also trying to instill discipline in the system.
By doing what?
No, Nkofo take advantage of.
Oh, yeah, my Pepe ya yechuma.
Yes, Nkofo.
Let's not talk about what is not there. What is there is that the judge says. Abrante no kodem na otwe.
Judge, you know say this AI issue ni internet TikTok na baba no go for afa bro nya ho crackers. So there's we control the computer anymore. Do pe biara no aye no dey to media no so. So yemu binum na ye what they call it, the technical eye, so to speak. See bit me who say we nya papa na say no. Say bi obi o kro keto bi ma onye privy to such information or here idea we now obetumi directing a perspective and I say between actually money be born but say for the whole judge because uncle them 2 months and 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 weeks it is to maybe reprimand him or caution him say I didn't know where man who so be yes and it will also serve as a deterrent to nipa omo wachira o mayo madwene say between aye bibi side the good nipa bi mo aye anymore or to defame some people and nipa na such video na be hu say bia anya no kore bia ye tia say ye media na so ye nim di ana say onim di fa sa ne man ho ana e be hu say bia nipa no bia or you just to create some comedy bia na say but on a more serious note some of these things we are emwa society no more society no and at the time say they now professor can Nkofo bi ye bi we hane aye no woni social so dey do ma beto ha ne we say e bi ho no or the space we yin atwene space na beto ho no wo hwe ni na no gidi say president to the president regardless president intino ye bibi say ye no mkwafe akwa bi na wo ye kwa ye say me de say me mfa ho na we whole president na minister of information some Jata George any omo maka otumi ko redesigning omo face dey atare we ehye omo so omo LGBTQ+ advocates. I don't think it augurs well for the society. And then at the time I this LGBTQ+ no Muslim for Christianity so frown on practicing and of course the traditional setting no so no idea yina no man munu na yina yempe so until be hu bibisa na wonim say bia ye obi na atena ba bia ye sa because na say ni person say we kan go for you na bia assistance bia na say mo bia na ode be man na so ohia free ni ho kra no ya tag no so say ni because say oh ene say ni pai
just ask some communicators from the MPP. Omiyam saying, and Owia John Dominic Hamana down for prayer before one Solomon, LGBT. Some of them are Majlis and Yadia where they a beboa. So, yes, Nadam for no and Nadam for no on in the context to be, and yes, Nadam for no because any panny yet, Sir Subani be an answer and the any bintin or coffee or Nino Yadam for. And for all we know, it be a more down for fun from childhood. Omunim say we say na we say no fa na for nti say no gina no so na sabi o kan assembly say the good nipa na ase amenji ni say fata nti no e be say judge na de na juma na wo so no so that yeah oh he wants to send a signal to the citizenry say no so they na branch na here no the system frowns on it and therefore so what botumu posa obeye side ni bi atwa so menya. So lawyers in the so on at least or no thing ever found so the council ma for no to bekan de be ya e beto aso mu money pa no ye de na kwhye mu no or no be feel say oh at least me lawyer you ya de wakasa but on the most serious note you say so bitimi tane dem no for computer no atra ho no redesign no obi face or the no ma bia ye den antare bia hye no it doesn't augur well for our system for that matter for media kakra me kan say it should serve as a deterrent to people are almost to internet and so sabi om gu nkofo ho fin choro nima sabi anya no kre de gu nkofo ho fin na wiye no unnim the implication of the wire no you don't even know because the internet na nyega na hankwa net worldwide do ti baby no hu say na nkoso and say ni person security say so na edife no agu na ni mu ase mo bia na asa ni bia wo sanka bia ne sanka so na because ya target so yes so and so into enya dia ne sa ebeka ke nanu da ya John Dominic His Excellency say whatever university from there anano no say because of this LGBTQ plus when ya o any I say I retract it and some withdraw sir friend say no it is very bad meanwhile onyina ba bia nka nkyere obi ase say ni but because of commentary nkofo nsem mo keka fa no ho say ni ntino am say ne nyantua enyanfa award nya dai enfa mo na ona no yenfa mo which is for me yina yenim to society we obi enu ho a lesbianism gay LGBTQ plus no yina obi enu ho openly obetumi agina bonte declare say me bia da nipa wo ye kra na wo dinim so wo ye no kra no they do it in secrecy on can farmer to public me one of them that in itself should tell all of us say dey na e koso no yina no society in the Ghanaian society no yempe sa in no so ntino why do we want to force the president to chinchina try meanwhile you have three arms of government you have the judiciary you have the legislature and then the executive. The executive cannot act on its own. Say, no, it has to start from somewhere. The legislature and the Besha say, no more bill na coho, near Dihu in Kita Abobu, near Yatuswaba, a debate near Tuswaba. Now, something I could do, or my penny, name no why the was sent it, now Bayemra. The Yakasa, I Dihu Abobu near Tipuino. Legislature, no, almost said yes, also, and I think it's before them now. My first reading,
I don't know. You Rabbi say all the stages it has passed through. So their next meeting in Parliament is going to be a debate to streamline here and there, near maybe the dots and the eyes and whatever.
Why don't you wait for the process?
I totally disagree with him.
You should agree with
him. You totally disagree with him.
Yeah, Babin. He's not a member of Parliament. He's a Speaker of Parliament.
Of course.
If the government, the leader of government business, and the government is not interested in passing that bill, Babin cannot pass the bill.
Babin says he will pass the bill.
How can he pass the bill?
Because he is leading the bill.
But that is not his duty. A leader of government business, in this case, Mahama Yarga, and that's all presented at all the stages. And they say, oh, corners or more other paper, our parliament in this one.
Maybe.
And do we have the information?
Honorable Bediako. Babin, we all know, is part of government.
Yes.
Though he's the speaker,
yes,
he comes from the NDC's folk.
Yes.
Or say, Ghanaians should forget about the rumor mongers. Yes. He, as Babin, will see to the passing of the bill. Calling Mahama Yariga say, government business. This is what you are discussing. Put this in.
And the government, the president and the government, entire government, they are not interested. Cannot pass it.
But can you say, sir, as it stands now, Omanhene interested?
Or say any priority.
Oh,
the president himself has told us it's not a priority. Why is he interested?
On a scale of preference.
I mean, you're who is a babin, a catcher and say, a bra, a soft phone of chassis, a corner, or a meeting. He told them, say, the previous government took a ban and ruin. You see the contradictions. And so he didn't sign. But this government, the bill has already been passed, so he will sign. These are Babin West. Now, what happened now? Names say sign starting stage is for.
No,
Delay titles.
I think.
Sir, I
do say how many delay
from the government side.
Delay.
Yes. Now, President Naka said he's not any priority.
All right.
The government spokesperson say it is not a priority. In the Speaker of Parliament, who made no passes.
Honorable, the person say a country like Ghana and a country as we are, no, we have our friend says scale of preference, and the more pressing issues in this country, energy sector and energy problems. One of the major problems I cause what Ghana has is so the fuel prices. One of the problems. LGBTQ plus and then no work say why not and now one do say youth will be a mobilization and I'm so we for LGBT and a cost on society in India. Then of course we can say it's a priority.
2024. 2024.
Oh, a Brebiani Muslim.
That's a good one.
You are not. All right, let's look at this teacher recruitment. I'm starting with Professor Ho. Prof.
Yes, sir.
When you hear the Minister for Education says that budget constraint is the main reason why recruitment almost for 7,000. Onyankobe for 50,000. But they are constrained by the budget. Majority of teachers, 2023, 2024, 2025 batch, 7,000, woefully inadequate. But can you blame him? He says a budget constraint.
Right. And you know, if we be innovation, and I say thinking outside the box.
Okay.
Obey constraints to say baby education minister could do no when you are following the norm. But if you really think twice, we call the next level of thinking. Now, per se, we think around the box. Your friends courses be an amateur master's level. You say if we be solving quantitative methods of solving business problems. So one thing I share woman say, be a person you will be an see a quite you have constraints. But what is your objective? Once the objective function is stated, say, me person teacher ni be a beka fie. Bible Beka say, for whatever a man purpose in his heart, he can do it. And he would see when you say you will teach for 70,000 and now say 50,000. Me foul. Then you list your constraints. Number one, budgetary constraints here are okay. Number two, be a space a teacher for Krabe Juma. And then you can say, out of the 50,000 backlog I work on, the space available is like 30,000. And the teacher for Krabe post to Muninakra about 30,000 umbeko straight into a certain vacancy available. Ebeka 10,000 beer. Omuno. We have to find a way of handling them. Good. What list of constraints in area? Now you tell yourself, say, how do I still achieve this in the midst of these constraints? Now I call modeling, normally a day sensitivity analysis. Now do baby no. Then you have a perfect model. I bet you say still no. I hope I saw faster. I need 40,000 way in idea. And yeah, femu 10,000 faha, femu 20,000 faha. Femu say faha. Ma emu 5,000 and conquer special education in this. Ma emu 50,000 and conquer further education and kusuya sa adie way. Because a bedu baby ne be a much social studies in kwa be a 20,000. But the space for social studies is less than maybe a 5,000.
Okay.
The model will bring out a lot of maps.
French teachers 10,000.
French teachers.
Schools say French.
French. Now they details when you go to the next level of sensitivity analysis. Now it gives you details about when your metrics. But you be that model be that way anymore.
It's more on round. I say 7,000 bits.
Asem kroya budgetary constraint kroya no. My young Congo kase ebia pesi parliament house for. I'm borrowing a honorable Adi. Me uncle kase ye besi National Cathedral. Facha mi borrow. In the midst of Ghana's hardship, when the idea of a cathedral came, people started and were determined to raise $100 and something million to build National Cathedral. What is education minister talking about? Me say NDC Kruya will find money to buy maybe something. I don't want to name some of the things. Presidential jet, maybe a bit me to 2. Maybe a bit me to say. Maybe a bit. Ma as a full bimra procurement be map politician be benya unka credit. O my ombenya sikadia ye. Ombenya sikadia. It be there. A teacher for the no Ghana. We are falling in our literacy rate. Yeah, falling. One no more move out in the crown now. Umanya baby akwache no crown. Sebi in crowd the products that are coming from them. Omanhene Yaw, the quality of the products teachers SOT. The
products that are coming.
Oh, na send there something that is being overemphasized. SOT. It is the teachers' concentration no. Senior, it's affected. Yeah, how teacher for Ghana. Yeah, how more. In fact, I sit aside and I pity them. I have a model I will show you. Nyambua next week, I'll release my first quarter report. Ewo Ghana and some of the things happening. In fact, some of the political things are global. A lot of them have been captured. I have over 16,000 data and still counting. We will do those analysis maybe next week when I come here, or we will do a press release for other press mentors who have it and all those things. When you check it within that model, the pressure as you buy food. You buy this, you buy that, electricity, you do this. Some model now, your fixed expenses are senior your variable expenses are no dear, you do it as and when you want. And then your the last expenses are no once a while, irregular, oh my so build this our model no. Now the match nipan income let me show you something. A simple question, they say. How are you able to do savings? Senior, the no bad, no bad.
Now I say, I don't pay.
Yeah,
I took the wind out of the sail. And they said, now me can say, transportation teacher ni and nurse. Now, Otio share the transportation in and out. Electricity, water crowd and
data.
Food,
yes,
the data,
yes.
There are certain fix a year woka say that expenditure you would do. You and I were not there. So calculate and then electricity was so changing.
Yes.
We are no free more. When you weigh the inflation, 3.2, even food inflation, as compared to 2024, above from yet the expenditure on food, and transport to and fro, our picture. So you begin to ask yourself, say, what is actually happening in the system? Because you say, I got only 3,000. No? Over to must spend almost 1,500 to 2,000 on these issues. Savings is out.
It's out. Me say, that is even the state we are with. And I'm talking about teachers because Sebi have been one of them. I'm still even a teacher, University Teachers Association, a teacher. I have been one of them and senior who share the amount of spending lines for the fixed expenditures, for the variable expenditures, for a teacher. Senior, nyamenkwa.
So, how are they able to survive?
So now,
magicians.
Bohebia no to shira bele kakra bi o school mu ice cream ke bi no oton kakra or side job ketu bi a during vacations e bi a
kofa kalanta de bi oton we bu a kofa we
no na do mo
in fact the leading
all things we need course ka say ye friend is saying analysis no oji 3,000 day in day out ni lorry fare to and fro aduane obedi na no pa wi anwumre nemba
the day go betimi adi be 200 200
nemba odom nemba be ko school bi okra nemba for ka na ko school obetua nemba fees and ka say na term no odetua no put all these things together it highly exceeds the salary watch. So how do they survive? And I make an papa movement and more than idea online.
Remember, so my bet no, they are just no.
Yes,
teacher, you know, all to try my bet. And you all know teacher, you know, guys, so go to a color or classroom for set. More try my bet.
Senior most.
Online.
Yeah, oh my God.
Online.
Into Omanhene.
Man must eat.
Sure.
I want to plead with the education minister, say, as him here better table neswa. I have some of these things they say about I am meant to ask you. When you say there's something called budgetary constraints, budget. I don't want to speak like a politician, but the amount of budget that goes into government communication, what are we communicating?
What did you told you say? Yeah, Fedi Pejuma.
What does it?
And no was no chain.
Absolutely.
Prioritize certain things.
Yes. Just me say yes, I near Manuel. Na say see you say teacher a very important element of our society.
Yemfa
Kwembiaso because they are feeding the minds of our next generation.
Will make you have
na ya nkan send ya asem watre bi na yebetimi afa 1,000 pe yebetimi afa 10 pe yebetimi afa. Are you telling me this when you have money for other unnecessary in quote unnecessary things relative lo share near man?
Also suggest this interject.
No problem.
Who say these private schools, primary schools, international schools. Major this about recruit teachers your movie train teachers in be than say
people have raised that thing.
I don't know American
senior high school livers near Doma Kotra there was our private schools
because
how much are you going to pay them?
No, you can pay them the normal fees.
The proprietors.
It's not about the space, it is about the money. So who is going to recruit them? Is it government going to recruit them and give them to the private schools?
Government.
Or you ask the private school to recruit them?
Person, the private school person.
And the colleges of education a degree.
So, I don't be there. The private school person or Ghana ni bad deal. Or check Ghana anybody. So can't it be possible, say? I buy in a certain schools are almost a system in the Biano ye kama. Now or the train teacher. Alcohol no more. AAC Kasem and your space.
Yes.
But finding something for them to do, no.
At least.
Maybe you want to teach a private school, no cry, and negotiate. Say, I'm paying this teacher X amount. I'm giving a half. Give also so far kakrabe so. Nenye Muhammad said teacher no.
It's the same budgetary constraints now. The same budgetary constraints now.
What I don't want to hear is budgetary constraints.
Yeah.
Sabe o mai me no ti here. Ebia ye ni sika da ho. But o mai you will be a very disappointing of a human being. If so betimi don sa show dem refer ma hwese wo ba
asamo to no a obaba bosia
na wa hwe ne mena o ma hwe nyame ma ne pare o
oba kwa be fa so be say bufa no
that's what you
sika dia ba ko pe
that's what you are talking. In fact obeye nya ba nyina until
so now the whole issue comes to a point of priority.
Yes,
let's prioritize certain things.
O man ye fi asie we know of I don't want to sound this as if I'm but municipal chief executives from the money they were taking in Akufo-Addo time till now has been ballooned.
Doubled or something of that sort.
Now they are taking over 300 something.
The ministers
we were taking 5,000.
And almost just say
35 or so
32 about 28,000.
Yes,
which means I will come over 6 times.
Yes.
Exactly.
enti Omanhene
na do so mi amodo 5,000
unim
I will for the way so the other
enti
and the covid afa ho mi anko say
e na ayi no frofro wa bi no e ya na dos
frofro wa
frofro wa no ho
na sem frofro wa ho aso mo aba sesi omo so omo omo so omo
what the amount KPI key performance index scan ko ye way for scan ko ye way
no don't say what you don't know yam for when kwe no any different thing altogether. It's a common fund allocation.
A common fund now
others
on my also I am thinking say number 1, let's set our priority
right.
Now prioritize idea ma bibia mess frafremu. Your education is feeding our minds for the next generation. Currently at the teacher for any peace of mind because when we go onto the negotiation table, whereas you see other politicians and in quote non-productive members of the workforce, non-productive members of the workforce, at the end of the month they have nothing to show. At the end of the period, teacher need an inquala bechere. Udo there never bechere. Omukra de no ye baluna ye nwene ho ne balloon ye see then a monuments committee any NSA committee in international article 970 many article 71 ni bia. But what I'm saying is that the teacher currently in your school there muno na adwene kra nye concentrated because I have a model that suggests that senior they don't even think about what is called savings. It's number 1. Now ebinuma wie tifie. Omako acquire the knowledge ready to impact the next generation. You are giving cheap excuses. And we don't have this, we don't have that. The thing, if you prioritize it in Kwadia, you will find something to do.
Okay.
That is what government should focus its eyes on. Na baby asika will be ano. Now as for say space near there, they can in 1 year post all of them. Oh my, sika say kra na ade more or multiply by 50,000 na. O for say esoso no man Ghana no. Teacher ni kra mo saying. Enti mpacho ya kasi ya ebetimi aye. It's unfortunate that they always want the cheap side. Your budgetary constraint into ye na teacher ni tifie. Bien fan say ye ba na yare no. We must find a year and get them.
Honorable.
Oh man, I think say a cheche for name if you baby na yedru baby yedri. Baby free bar because e wonnim baby a free bar who baby a okọ. Maybe college of education. Na ye time no what I know ni say enka ube school kwa na post number. Na na ye fe automatic posting. Enti ansana o free school mu no post no kwaba nti obi a na yede wakọ akura na ya sha se ne ansana o school na wakọ abonten. Nurse for the same thing. Na ya de a hospitals no facilities in sponsor mo. Enti wo school na ka akura si wo na ye fa wakọ. De namu a ye bedru 2012 2013. Ena oman yehu baby a run economy ni koduru ye. So we went to IMF. And IMF, one of the conditionalities is that we should introduce what we call financial clearance. If you say be recruit to be say we teacher ni and also even government sector, just a finance minister amount financial clearance. When you share say you accumulate sa backlog. Batches. Until you accumulate 2013 no recruitment, 2014 no, 2015 2016. Until 2013 2014 ka cry it before mo kra no mo tro undertaking. Say why a juma fair me and somebody be more 3 months salary. Uji tumu a na ya jiwa tumu so a teacher ni. So we started accumulating all these debts. Enti ebra year by 2017 no. Na pube ye education minister. Na backlog no I be 4 any fie nurses and teachers. Na managers and 1 year of family move. And ye ko enim no mo sign 5. Within the 8 years and I have the data here. Akufo-Addo government recruited teachers more than 97,000 across the country, including the last 1 year 2024. Omu recruit to about 16,000. 16,000 are ban we buy initially omu your man say almost suspended recruitment no. And the teacher unions no sorry and including the nurses say omu financial clearance no awu into omu ntia say the pressure no buy no and ban absorb we so e ka be 7,000 no omu ntumi ntua omu ka 7,000 no omu achire omu ma omu ko adwuma num no and omu ye adwuma 14 months ya mo 1 month anopa mitie bi mo say aban no was sika say obe recruit to 7,000 they should pay them their arrears before they recruit the 7,000 and so akoya say for omu be demonstration ya no permit omo president na the akomba sesi ya na say me who say there is a tough war between Haruna Idrisu and the finance minister.
And also,
yeah. People are
because yes, bra, you see politics na ye no. Politics na ye no. Haruna Idrisu ye him so presidential ambition. You can't hide it. Atofo currently is also a leading contender. Eric Opoku was in the scene. Who can say Eric Opoku omo introduce akukọ nketenkete ya na e wona.
I'm sure you are gini nyina.
Omo say ye back we were office of the president omo bisa na say he's not aware as a Greek minister.
This year akukọ nketenkete.
Omo say broless program. Eno me ne Kofi Amako ya na oye nkransa MP wona oye in charge office of the president.
Omo GBBF you have.
Enti eno politics no play. Haruna Idrisu be ya announcement last year. Yes, okaso obe recruit to 50,000.
Yeah, he said it.
Teachers, not non teaching staff to 10,000. No, 60,000. I feel ko we 2012 when we am for back okra. 2025 on Kolana teacher for na ya form no. E yo mo akufo ado recruit am 2024 no. E no kra na into am kan wie no. Enti aban we buy no on recruit teacher for. The first recruitment yes so mo ye no from the 50,000 10,000 no and yate so about 5,000.
There's a tough war between education and finance.
Currently, what is happening in this government? They say even mobile phone and now person will talk. Let's say one try and come out to force one more approval.
Even purchases.
Yes. A very commitment letter. Enti Kwame Agbodja, a member prof there so priority na e kan wan no. You see, they think say when you construct rules and then conform to abama. Enti your priority ni say yen ko ya kwan. Na Ghana ha de ma wulusu abapo ha de dikan kom so ma kom de nkrofo a no matter what opasi dan si ye kwan se de na form do nim areas ye yapan ya kwan dodo beto moto abatia because na kom de nkrofo enti se wo ya wadwen se wo priority se wo koya kwan no ma nkrofo atena fie ma kom adi omo a edu 2028 they will show you me wo ye first teacher for no platform bi a emra me nya omo information na wo platforms no hu nsema nkrofo e kan ho a some of them they are saying Nenti me koto abama NDC no de eto mini. Na ohwe nsem o mo kan. Enti atofo se ne ministers no mo nyo mo adwen se ekwan no na ya maso sourcing e wo Kwame Agbodja. Me say ye priorities ye ne pese etu ekwan na ye pese be consult no we can make savings there equally. Because if you look at some of the figures very outrageous. Very outrageous. And this abano pese or ye value for money that area no they can make savings and pay these teachers. Say na prof okay teacher for no more salary na yes ankasa enti sa ade we aye ni sisi me ka say o my some person omutumi ye na ye tutu ye niam yi a you can recruit at a go about 30,000 because edu watch for amayate ase say ye classroom so a eye adampan a chechirefo ni ho no more than thousands and over na o my aban priority ni say ye nto sanitary pad emfama school for nkwala who to sanitary pass say am say nkwala no omo ye dropper because onya say you can frighten
one of the issues
on to in school enti on to in school no dey say say o to ade ma no bodin akwala no school no teacher ni also che na dey no ni classroom ho enti school no ko ye dey ho enti priority no wo hemfa so say the prof can me ne ya adwen it is about priority and the tough war between the finance minister and education minister no is causing and he said issue because the demeanor of Haruna Idrisu when he's communicating, you see, say he's not happy.
Say, okay, I imagine so. I told first so they could too know.
Yes, as a majority leader. Yeah, I as a minority leader. Minority leader.
Yeah.
And now, honestly, say, what only the crowd money in our purse.
Any party number power.
Yes.
Our money sick as some, you know, could your mama so with GDA with
yeah. Say chief of staff president information was we free the chair be to force echi.
It's our man penny Trump card.
Yeah. Oh, I say information me na say unim say me no me we nsem no ba ye tese mu amwo ya ban mu no.
That's how. Say opposition mu information.
Me na me catch now say omo na de bebrew. Omo na de bebrew. O de on to me nka no de bebrew. Na wo aka.
My penny darling boy.
Oh yeah, to forcing.
Oh my Julius
send into the Musa dan quiet research na we Julius free no. Office didn't ya.
I'm only 8%.
Ah, say what China I forced the day we no dey see do ketia kwatos no.
We are fabrication.
Oh,
Percentage the end of
and that percentage and kwa na nka topics you never mean say brand na etia. You see, enti the message say you set your priorities ye. Na person recruit mrante ya, e bitu recruit because say you nya backlog na am hwe ya 7,000 way bar this year because we for the year 2026. In the 2027 no na yasa benya backlog nti ni bebe ho so endu 2028 no na asia be gina baby a na e 2024 no nti we should be very careful because hwe what be a porter will be a porter within 2 hours 3 hours will be our person nipa 40,000 the ABC omunyenya kwanwura mo senko be a 1 week na 2 weeks a o ma de me di twa to kra na say sa medicals na ye ma omo ko immigration na prisons na ye omo ye no maybe be say a distortion abane say o hom no bujai they are taking 1,400 and at the end of the day no 1,400 no nya nkwala nyina no betumi afọ enti sa me say enra ebi mo frame me baby I mean na me to opposition I mean capra me sika kra into they were say calling me say omo pe 1,400 yakọ e fence medical
says see ano eno na koye communist inferior tax
enti nkwala do say na afọ enra me say me do new school no Akufo Addo aba si odua nkwanta fire service no ko hwe nkwala omugu ho omo ye e fence do say na wofa yeah, just says can we in a film. Yeah, ton form said the amount more no enya more than 200 million Ghana cedis ya free more. And yeah, the quarter 400,000
no. Eh for medicals.
Yes.
Then one ebinya.
Yes.
Bebre enya into omunko.
Yes.
No crown ye yi di pa be.
So almost 160,000 or qualify. Yeah, almost qualify for medicals. Yeah, for
10,000. 80,000 a coin, assess Socrates.
Yes.
I pay near Saco. But the amount of money, no. Omunchim, that 1,000 no. What is it representation? A year medical, a year no more. A 1 year 1,004. I thank you very much. And yeah, on that note, Mamma birthday, son of a Bremnafi, Yentimin Koya Nimna, Breno Etiapa, Peniel Ajakuma Tego. Peniel Ejakuma Tego of St. Monica's Senior High School. Your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Tego, says happy birthday to you. Juliana Boakye of Asaman Kese. Way Efri, Madame Joyce Danswa Dakwa. Madame Margaret Kusi Yeboa of Asukwa. From your children. Hey, Aso Papa B. Nana Fredia. Stella. And then Doris. Your in-law, Akosia Sumwa. Of Owia TV and all your grandchildren. Oh, Madam Margaret. This woman is always looking young and beautiful. When you need super, mama. Happy birthday to Natalia Nanakwabran Kroma, Ashanti Regional Director, FDA. Hey, Nat. Man, who know? I don't know, but if you have a head, he's a very wonderful guy. Owia TV Morning Show crew, which says happy birthday to you, Nathaniel Nanakwabran Kroma. Afe Randy to 4. Don't want to have any password from Don Fab.
Password.
He didn't the Don Fabio password. Glorious birthday, Mata Kunedu Abuaji, aka International Woman, Commander of KJTR Fire Service. Mata Kunedu Abuaji, don't want to have International Woman. And there was that. Samsona Yaw Skinny, manager, KB Lotteries. Very much draw and Kakape, and Omucho Yaw Skinny. Ape Purity Apple of Achiasi. Purity Apple, or Achiasi, Obra, Asamoch. Madam Harriet Donko, CEO of Heritage Hair. Very free Dr. Hansen, CEO of the Heritage Hair. Happy birthday to you. And then Lucy Asare, fashion designer, Ebuakwa Free Christian Hall, Julia Fremakusi, physiotherapist at Bechem United from Akosia Adepa, Madame Doris Barnier of Kompanoche Teaching Hospital, Madame Doris Barnier from Michael Ozo Friye, Asunaba, Oya newscaster, our Lawson TV. Ajoin Yakon of Owia TV so Maltinkwa, Asunaba, and there were water. Mrs. Melisande Usu Boating. Ajoin Yakon, Ene ukunu Mr. Usunso Emma Otrinkwa Minister Usubate Tracy Owusua Prempe from Abawa also Emma Otrinkwa and then Enna Calvin Mensa for Joe. Calvin Mensa for Joe. This coming from Abawa and family. Ojo Bremoy na yentimi yempeja emu na yemre no
aka be say no baba ya na say maybe
what dey kasa
right Brian the woman na say Ghana have to prioritize well given say backlog war teachers cry be 100,000 na yes be ma woman na konya so woman try there do we have available space for these 100,000 people and you know now, I've always maintained that Ghana, you hear technical institutions more. Because the rate at which you training more teachers and more nurses now, do we even need them that much? It's a question. Do we need them that much? Every year, we have a number of teachers training them, and then the vacancies in Australia are available every year. Your mind, you see, but the now the abilities of students, the technical abilities of students, you highlight more. Then say, maybe school teacher training baby fee. Baby to almost say you about but because you acquire teacher training, you get teacher training, and all other jobs, you into me be money because you be portal just about a day, Nanipa. 40,000 and they apply, yeah.
A jam cranzo.
Imagine, see a being 1 week, and the people and they apply. And vacancies say, what are you saying? So, and I think that technical schools, TVETs, young resources, well, na young reorient your man,
young child, technical more than. Serbia, me teacher,
nurse, and then there are so many nurses here. Omunjuma spaces in Sino. I have our Anka say, Yoma village now said no. In San Juma, ya then fashion design near the
man, I mean, 24-hour economy now. Or more no part of Paul, one for because we are never
No, there is even a fundamental problem.
I do say the car.
I don't know who said, oh, bet you every fan of exactly 3 shifts.
But on my
say, obviously, security by
police
for the bomb mobile.
Reorientation of our society. Now, who said,
I agree with you on that score.
So I say, reorientation, the parents, young man, function, granted to me, Sabi, and your officer, you must couldn't be been on be
yeah, technical education. I think that is the way to go.
That is the way to go. Sanka, and a necessary coin, and no more than you make a crabia. They can refocus their attention on that one. No, about more society because there are several needs in the society here. And then so this one is all baby or provide such need now. Also, or Sabako, why? So, can you make up on anyone? Nanka, you will be about and then no work. Say, a big investment out of what do music a day. To why don't we reorient the society? Say, no, classroom work, and they find a year. But there was Saudo side of bit Macabu Mayeno, and no,
so what is the government doing? Because I know the government has just introduced this
1 million quota program
and the apprenticeship program.
I think
because why don't you?
Our system no
I know it was
quick education. What we are talking about, employability and employment, a different conversation from the teachers and the nurses.
But he is coming from an angle, say, in as much as they are going to be badges, of fees going forward.
And diverting for baby. But that's the correction I want to give. The correction I want to give is that Ghana, and I said by the standard, so when you create any settlement, na settlement, nipa etimu grow beyond 500. There are some basic things government must provide for them and stock them. We must provide schools for them. We must provide hospitals for them and stock it with the right professionals. Yen na ye irresponsible a yenye. Yen na yenye saadie no. Senka ye saadie na anka we might need more teachers. So what is the long-term plan? Are we saying say ade na yenye na yesi ye de kan adwendwen ho ne ye no. Yen twam ne emum nkoye technical and so that they get the job. Maybe I'm making a point because the point I want to make is that and Obia here Bibia just want travel a certain distance to go and assess. And Crawford AU because they have to travel from A to B to secure health service. And Kra and Namurem Mehubi, a chincha meeting to Mehubi. And Kra Eco Square Bimunante for several kilometers before they reach the next available school near them. And on a long-term plan. And now say, see a better for every community of more than 500 residents, and there's a provided some level of adimumanya training or more mono. Ye jai. Not teachers in the edge because the teachers are coming to fill a certain gap. That gap still exists.
Okay.
Ye jai.
My point was that given every backlog near what feeding in amount to about 200,000 teachers so even if the system is able to even absorb the remaining idea nurses no say ka say available hospitals for yen for more or more before no still there will be backlog. So what I say, so why don't we reorient the society? Say no enye konkone sabi adwuma so and then no say wow what say and I know students are KNUST omo go school but they are also learning the trade somewhat.
Oh but I know you got to be smart oh.
So what I say,
you got to be smart.
And maybe you training nipa no especially the humanities you training a lot of graduates adwuma be no mo ba be so until the reorientation I'm talking about and Prof is such that now the technical abilities of our children skill no more and not transform China skills training I didn't transform Germany America and whatever nanka nurse for whom your friend is UK man African I say don't they have the capacity to train more nurses but our society the way society is say corner no, you training kakra. So what I say, dear Cano, you bet when you be free baby or so, but you ain't a do my bit to me this Nippon idea. I am on a boy, mine punto, and then can grow, and then a babois. So, she necessary TV, thousands, hundreds of thousands of TV, and your money, degree. And you are accredited so many universities, almost training nurses, and the teachers.
He said, no, so could have been a pain.
So they are accrediting so many institutions to
training colleges. Nursing training colleges, private ones.
Teacher training colleges.
Teacher training private. Ye jagumu toto. Abra na ye ready for them.
So,
private universities. Ye jagumu accreditations. Oma produce nipa na begum.
Omaye. Now, the purpose.
Mebao. Now, ya do ma begum. The private school. Nursing training ni wie no. Wono wa gini sika nyina wie o. The training no the bed ya ban dia. Teacher ni na ono nya ban the training no. Private institution no the nako training college. But aban also man atwuma. What was the correlation between ono aban during that time? It is something we have to also take a look at. Yegusu aye ma private universities. Accreditation. Omo beje. Sa branch no the private investor now no aye the business awaji the sika for private school no Owia you know the burden of employment in some jurisdictions the private universities they have industries.
Yes.
They have access to people when they have done with them they pick them. Sure. Yeah sir.
So what do you train?
You why you training one nurse in here? What call the training? What call the private area? No. Yaso mun na be gu say onu ko wie na ban because ebia no wono aban enya kwa ma no nto ko private. But owie ba no. Aban no ni choice say oye Ghana ni.
But o ma ye numbers no mro so. Wo hwe parent your friend say.
The problem say mo so ba.
Yes ratio.
Ya what dey do?
Yeah, to me for
yeah, numbers no more so.
Yeah, what did you?
If you had given them the scale to be on their own.
Omanhene, my point is that Oko Konfanochi says here, are there not some need for nurses and health?
Oh, a lot.
Ebi kura hɔ kɔ mu yɛ adwuma no bi nyɛ.
Omanhene.
No, governor, you can say, Sika or how, for more.
Oh, yes. Did not
Yes,
say
I'm
them
saying.
also.
Now,
Exactly.
Agenda 111, yeah.
You know the number of nurses I bet you.
It
will take us back to the priority.
That is the point I want to
It's a priority.
Do the people need Agenda 11 hospital? No, here now. Good. Emma, so many Agenda 11 hospitals now. These nurses will get a place to work.
But
we have solved two problems.
What's solved two problems? But I know so you say, Owia Agenda 111 is here. Oracle fan nurses I could go. She called you good to your only
remember is that the main point I want the government of the day NDC in Kwasa Namika, we are buying out a Kunyaswa. I dare say man here pay a man for health. So you are thinking about how much money you will pay the doctor and the nurse if the hospital becomes ready. What is the opportunity cost? The cost to it is that for the people in that vicinity, no, so be yare. I just on if I can't
how many money over
so what's your priority?
So Ojin one now
good. Oh my the master Simon Kasabi.
Yes, we have them in abundance and there's no way to take them. And you know, why don't we start something else? Skill training, they have always maintained, they say, Ghana, we need skill training. Even if, say, economy, we need skills. Say, there be innovations, best spring it up. Innovations, the manufacturing sector will boom. Then, your friends, currency in the very stable because then the money in any crack if you're on a day at the Abba. No money go why I rely on the to me or
thank you very much. That is a long term, but at the moment,
short term, your friends and a 24-hour economy.
Even the long term, even the long term conversation, I've been here, even that long term, I'm saying, the conversation now is about feeding the minds of your children or your next generation,
giving them good health.
Number two, giving them good. It is our job in some now. Another conversation for another day. Your people's mind must still be nurtured for the future. Survivor today must still be non-negotiable.
Okay.
Conversations.
Right. Professor Smasapon Amotin in Kano, Honorable Bediako, former MC Jabsat, and then Frank Otio Serebo, Otio Champon,
the 24-hour
economy man. I don't ever saw one unemployment program.
The director has been the Grace ably supported by Simon and Nana. And then Kukua Jando, Dominica, Akosia Somoa, Piquet, Anopamote, Yabuama, and Kukua Santiago. Nyami Yadoma, a bonomi and Sampemwa, Yabuama, it will bring you another version of a political show, detailed and discussed. Yedino Edemunti, 3:30, Crado, Netino, Ebodumi Enu Edekasi. It's been wonderful listening to us live from Precise 105.9. My name is Omanhene Yaw Adu-Boakye. I am out.
Future life here aduane a natural food supplement. Wo hwe nipaduane a ehia di be fa balanced diet. Se nipaduane nya balanced diet a yare ma nipaduane efi se esiesie nipaduane akwa no se de esesi na adwuma fa. Enti pressure, diabetes, cancer ne sa ne o ma na nsan aba no ebi ntime nyawo. Enti future life here aduane se ka se future life a wo daache e na wo bo ho ba. There will be none china be betimayo. It would the future life. Say, umpeso benya pressure, umpeso benya diabetes, umpeso benya cancer, ube wu brain yakopon on frewo. future life so wudi a empini my rent na mu eti future life yɛ aduane a ɛsɛ obi adi eti wohwɛ ho atwerɛ ho sɛ is good for everyone sɛ o pɛ nkola aduane papa bra future life o yɛ infake ɛboa nkasa akola di ati sɛ de wanom no for pepe obi amra ya so yɛ ho we ɛyɛ purity ɛyɛ yogurt and fruits ɛyɛ ahodo wa pɛ bibi abra ho main of is full alignment future life for na de ba beauty food no udi a obɛyɛ te sɛ akola ohu bɛyɛ kama wo skin o mɔre utirimi bibia obi kura ba ha na ɔse ne mɔre na ntimi mfu odi yɛ na ne mɔre awu wanya kakagya ɔyɛ yɛ ne nyina afu obi wo so na ɔse na ne hu na de fi sɛ we yɛ collagen a de afi mu no ama wo body ne kɔ fam no ɔno de nyakopɔn de gu mu no ɛno na ɛkɔ fam no nti wudi no na ɛsan yɛ wɔ akwala foforɔ saa na repair food ne teɛ wo se fɛ ne jungle oats ɛyɛ oats ankasa ayate eti bibia mfrɛ mu yɛn fɛ sam mfrɛ mu yɛn fɛ east yɛn ti entu ɛnya toro ka bra na bedi bi wo se yɛfrɛ no bokomo pro nutri ɔno so fiber nko a na ɛwɔ mu a wɔ diabetes obi wɔ diabetes a na wafɔn ne nyinaa yɛ de ma ɔbɛyɛ kama wo se yɛ diabetic friendly obiara timi di bi sɛ odi na nɔpa ne anwummerɛ awia no adu normal food ha de obetu onuane o se with the future life ebo wa nkasa wo da achon ban liver problem kidney problem akwa na wo nipadua no bia no ma oha obi ama ho eti ma ho de ankasa future life nso guma hodo ena yare afa enum obi a diabetes obi a pressure eti say de yare japade a ye prafa yare nya japade so oba ya so ya ha so full alignment a yare umfa ko ye japade eti numbers ni 0246 01 another 0150 0246 01 another 0150 you so for lie your main office no ho no ho alignment mumra ne ho se beboa obi biara future life aduane udi a wo me no na etu nyare wa firi ho udi na nopa ne anwumra awia na odi normal food ukodidie ukoda elisa aduane bia eto ye fu
baako a ɛyɛ wɔ wiase ɛne sɛ wopɛ sika atere w'adwuma mu anaasɛ wo nneɛma bɛgu pot na wonnya sika mfa nkɔ yie na adane w'adwendwen ɛno nti na wɔ sɛ wonnya sika korabea a ɔbɛboa ma w'adwuma no atu mpɔn Dwabin Bank PLC ɛne w'ani da soɔ yɛn asampa loan ɛwɔ hɔ ma wɔn a wɔpɛ besia ɛyɛ import wɔn nneɛma anaa wotɔn auto part wotontɔn cars nneɛma ahodoɔ bia ɛma a motɔn ntoma anaa ntadeɛ saa akwanya yi wɔ hɔ ma obi bia sɛ wobɛbɛ Dwabin Bank na oni abɛhwehwɛ nkɔmɔ na yɛn asampa loan ne deɛ yɛnyi collateral yɛnyi commitment fee deɛ wohia yɛ application letter yɛbɛgyina so dana ɛde wo loan ama wɔ interest rate ne ekitiwa bi ɔbaapa loan scheme ɛwɔ hɔ ma emergency a maka mo ho abɔ mu sɛ akuo na mo yɛ recognized institutions na mo pɛ sɛ mo adwuma enyini kɔsoro ɛno ne qualify mo ma mo tum bɛgye loan na meka wo sɛ interest rate ne ekitiwa bi yɛwɔ savings account current account microfinance shares susu dachinti investment group loan fixed deposit ɛne deɛ keka ho Dwabin Bank PLC yen head office wɔ Asante Dwabin yen other branches ni bi so ɛwɔ Ejoso Roman Hill Adesheman Pankrono Magazine Road Abuaso Fumesa Onwe Sipetimpom Bonre Dwabin ɛne yen ni office a yɛbie no Atonsu Market a ɛbɛn Kumasi High School Junction Frey 0271 409340 Anna 0544 745856.
Environment approved by the Ghana Food and Drugs Authority. Water.
Ofashe se bra ma bre ekuku sika twitwi die e dia base ye mfamo me dance me baya 1 year ne dan to apa wo mu cha picture bre me hu fe mani adwo me behu ya ofa e dan nyina so afedi
wenum om di sibu mu om di gusu enche na fedi ye di begusu a hu say efe but within 1 year no afedi but DBS die no European standard omo di gusu a afa bo me bo me die so be 10 years but the hu a e be ka say bo so nura na so pe quality chance power down so dia Ghana there you can't go away from DBS. Brilliant contractors, I must see the any architect. Please beware of cheap and fake products. Oh, hello.
Welcome to DBS.
Thank you, sir. The patcho, yeah, Caroline Plus. Yeah, the board down so empany bin.
The Caroline Plus material, no, material what GDA kese wo muntina yama 20 years warranty against fade. European standard, enye yanom de eni bi. Yesanso was steel trusses and we computer generated. All the board down so afibo. Quality roofing there, enye by chance, by choice.
The choice is the chance.
Property to Papa. Ghana ha, if you be a property electronics woman, a many chair any a hoto. Property to Papa Preko. The best television. Property electronics today. So you soon will fear. Be a come remember say boko. Name was sumo show. Refrigerator. Fitty fridge. Cosi TV. Air condition, cosi washing machine. Property electronics there. Utoba kwa. Afibol. Eya papa. Eso biya boto. So we pe property na mapani biata. Kogana afane nyina bebe eto home appliances. Enkran ko Spintex Road. Kumase ko Edum Oyerepa FM building nechiwa. Shisha Tony Sack na obenya property na mapani bi ato. Property electronics. Papa Preko. The best home appliance. The best home appliances.
Dahono, Sister Kiddy Glamour and Wardrobe. We aya ahusiesie headquarters. E man mema ne nkwada niema bia. Wo benye bi. Na wonim oba wafa ye funiema wo hia bia. De wo de ko hospital akwakwa wo. Na wo awie. Ne wo hia de ahye nkwada no. Ene nkwada nua ne nyina. Enkwada ntade, enkwada mpaboa ne wo mo box nyina no. Ene accessories no. Ebi nso wo ho. Ana